Bob and Tom Show.
Oh, I get it.
8 o'clock in the morning, outside my motel room. 8 o'clock in the morning, good thing I don't have a gun. Leaf blower, holy, holy. Leaf blower, good thing I don't have a gun. 2:30 in the morning, the band has crashed at Sugar's house with all the windows open. Guess who's mowing his lawn? Drunk neighbor, speed freak neighbor, holy, holy. Drunk neighbor, meth head neighbor, good thing I don't have a gun.
Ah, yeah.
When 9 to 5 means 9 to 5 means 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. When 9 to 5 means 9 to 5 means 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Yeah. Gigged in San Antonio, got to sleep 4 a.m. Playing tonight up in Fort Worth. Who's outside my window? Wood chipper, holy, holy. Wood chipper, good thing I don't have a gun. Leaf blower, drunk neighbor, wood chipper, weed whacker, bass boomer, subwoofer, Dodge Charger, no muffler, cat fighter, dog barker, chainsaw running, mother scratcher, bad neighbor, good thing I don't have a gun.
Yep. Every Sunday from August to December. Let's get up on the roof and blow the leaves off the roof.
7 a.m. Time to turn on the leaf blower. It's not 7 a.m. now.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. 2020, 9 June. Hello, Tom.
This is London. Wait a minute. That's the wrong.
We do the show at noon in London. Can we move? Can't we, please? Can we move?
That'd be fun.
You all right, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of taxes.
They'd forgive us.
Really?
Yeah. We're national trip.
They wouldn't even know we're there.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, chick.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Chick.
Really?
It wasn't a cold cough. It was like a
You
clearing
made
your
no
throat.
effort to
Hello, Ace.
subdue that or do it into your elbow.
Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick McGee.
There he is. Black shirt, very elegant this morning.
Again, weren't for the Bob and Tom logos in back of him. It looked like Pat is doing some kind of Zoom testimony today.
Guest today, Kostaki and Birdie Boy, Bert Kreischer today.
Kostaki, Economopoulos, Bert Kreischer will be joining us. Bert has an unusual thing going. He is about to do a comedy tour to drive-in movie theaters.
Yes, and it's caught the imagination of the country. There are people going wild for it, yeah.
So that'll be very interesting.
The number one movies in the country lately have been those being shown at drive-in.
I saw that.
A little horror movie called Wretched. Huh. And, who the heck ever heard of it?
Are there any other movies? Are there any movie theaters actually open yet?
I'm not sure.
I thought I knew what was going on in the movie industry until I met my buddy Josh. Boy, you got it down.
Well, I read the trades.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, nice. We have some
Just the casual information you'd be able to be on top of.
It'd
We
be
have
hard for them to open because they don't have any movies to show.
I'm just asking. I have
But
no idea.
what about the popcorn? Is the popcorn okay?
Yeah, I know.
The popcorn's okay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Coming up, we have some interesting information about, among other things, about movies. Although still don't know when the theaters will actually be able to open, or if they are in some places. I did see some photographs of theaters that had removed most of the seats. Have you seen these pictures?
I haven't, no.
It's very odd.
Huh.
Well, you still get to sit with your loved one, or do you have to?
Well, but maybe it's me and common sense, but maybe this won't go back to the way it was before. But what if we have to put the seats back in? Right?
Well, I assume that they
What?
didn't take them to Goodwill. I assume they put them into storage.
What, do you think it's
somewhere.
that easy to rip them out and throw them in the back? And then you worked at a theater, Josh.
Don't they just bolt them down and?
Yeah.
Well, they just don't click into place, do they? Do they click into
I
place?
Got these new ones.
These
Not
are
a Lego.
questions that I can't answer. I'm not conversant with the world
You
of
take the
theater seating
Why don't they just
installation.
how about a drop cloth? Put a drop cloth.
That's kind of what
Don't
Yeah.
sit here.
That's what we used to put on when somebody would puke on a seat.
Oh God!
Yeah, you know that. You know, when they went to see Wired with Michael Chiklis, there was a lot of vomiting.
Oh, man.
And, they had to cover
Yikes.
the seat.
Stinker.
So that does make more sense. Can you just
Yeah.
put cloths over the ones you don't want to use?
Oh, okay. Shout me down, and then 20 seconds. Well, that does make sense now that I've thought of it.
It may be some kind of legal thing. I don't know. I'm not. We're exploring something none of us know about. So there's no. This is like a sports talk show.
Yep.
Five people have no idea what they're talking about weighing in. Well, the problem with the defense is, as someone who didn't make the junior high school football team, I'd feel obligated to comment.
But no, you can't. You don't. To criticize something, you don't have to have done it. You criticize everything, and you have never made a movie yet, or whatever, or done a Broadway play, or.
No, I'm making.
You see how your logic eats itself?
No, I'm making a much larger point about a topic that we have all agreed we know nothing about, and yet you insist on continuing to talk about it, which is what happens on sports talk shows. Where were we? That's Josh Arnold over there in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. How are you, Josh?
Well, how are you?
Good. Now, how's the haircut going?
Oh, no,
You got
there's
one
no,
planned? You're
no
still,
cutting.
Still going Larry Fine?
Yeah. Still
I
let-
say go full Larry Fine.
Well, I
Let it
think
rip.
he's almost there.
Yeah, I feel like
you're
I'm
getting there.
Yeah.
He's real close.
Yeah, bozo it out a little bit more.
That's crazy.
Start wearing headphones that come up from the bottom so we can get the full
Yeah, I
flare
was just
of
about to say that.
your bushy head.
And let your beard grow way long, and wear glasses down on your nose, like the
Oh, yeah. Those real small.
reading glasses.
Ace Cosby fans. Ace is our engineer, of course, also radio legend and a voice talent, among other things. Ace will be making a surprise appearance later on in the show.
Is
Oh,
that right?
really?
Okay.
He's here right now.
will.
Sitting right there.
You know, after it happened.
Let me ask you something. What do you think? What do you think
think
this?
he's invisible?
What do you think this accomplishes? These faux surprises. We're all onto it.
Ace,
I assure you, the
Ace-
listeners are
Ace,
onto
are
it.
you aware of the surprise?
Oh God!
Did you see part of the surprise that I put over there? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Well, nice. Yes. A
Okay,
succinct
but
yes
even,
would be helpful.
Even Ace, who is somewhat of a rookie compared to the rest of us,
Right.
is on to Tom with the I saw the surprise.
He's nonplussed.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a
Ace
part
has
of
only
this
been in
surprise.
radio for 40 years.
But the way
Well,
you
who
said
hasn't?
a surprise appearance. Well, no, he's
Well, it
there.
will be a surprise.
Kind of here every day. But
Yeah,
Nevertheless,
he noticed.
after this
finally.
happens, you'll go, oh, I see. It was, in fact, a surprise appearance.
No. Here's what I will say. Oh God, that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
No, after it happens, 20 minutes later, I'll go, wait, what? That was the surprise?
Yep.
We
Well,
tease because we love Tommy. You know
Trying
that,
to
right?
get people to be excited. Is today National Cake Day or something, so we have an excuse to go get another cake? I'm hungry.
No, I don't know. I'm hungry too.
Okay, let's see now.
You know, McDonald's.
No,
is
but
open.
today we have today in sports
history.
future history.
Oh.
It's such a big event. We're going to start celebrating a couple of days early. That's right.
Okay, have you seen the Olympics commercials where they have the 2020?
Yeah, it's not going to be held this year, right? If you so help me goodness say, have you seen the logo where they go 2020 and then put an NE on the end of it, so it's 2021?
That's a great commercial.
I told you about that, and you like brushed it off like I
When did you
sort of
mention
STD.
Yeah, about a month ago.
When did you mention this?
Yeah.
About a month.
So then you have seen it.
No, he told us that it was going to be happening, and he had seen it in print.
Well, it has
Yes,
happened.
and I said, as a matter of fact, boy, that's a really cool logo. And you went, anyway, here's Marty. Here's Marty Allen.
I'd like to hear
Billy
Rodney
Preston.
Carrington.
You
and
go to the tape?
Sean Morey. And
Hello there.
there you go.
Thank you, Marty. It's good to see you, sir.
It is cool, though, isn't it? That's the larger point. It's very
That
cool.
is really, I didn't get it until you have to see it, but it is really a smart
So they took
move.
2020 and then put an NE on the back so that it looks like 2021.
But you really have to see it
You have
to
to see
get
it
it.
to understand it.
I don't think anyone.
your
I don't think anyone would understand the artistry in which it is done by your
What the hell's
pathetic
happening
description.
here?
They wrote an N and an E.
Why don't you
after
just go? Why don't you just go to the room and grow more hair? Oh my God, it's
Well.
unbelievable. Coming up, Ace Cosby will have a special appearance in the show. Ace right now is sitting in a special chair, the OmahaSteaks.com.
Joke chair.
The only thing your dad wants for Father's Day are Omaha Steaks. It's the Ace Cosby joke of the day chair. Chick McGee at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. A big wine story today.
Huh.
Big wine news today.
Yeah.
That I think you'll be quite surprised.
See,
although
now there's
perhaps
nothing wrong with that. Don't say there's a big surprise in wine story today. See, there's not. Just say we have a big feature with Ace today.
But these are two different things. Let's see.
Missing what I'm.
Christy Lee's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yes,
See her
sir.
there. And then Mr. Pat Godwin. Pat, with this new hair look, I like this very much. You got the hair slicked back.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mr. Corleone's talking about.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's right. Yeah, that's a good look for you, Pat. And we got some new songs coming up.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that as well. Now,
And that's not how that would have gone, Pat. You would rat out everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be crying like a BITCH.
You know,
Singing
Pat-
like a canary.
Patty the Rat. That's him, yeah.
Here comes old Ratty G.
I think it'd be more,
Ratty
like
G.
Eddie call him Pawn Shop Patty.
Hey.
That's good.
Hey,
It's not bad.
he's got a lot of stuff at the pawn shop right now.
Here comes old Patty Pawns.
Oh, you don't have anything at the pawn shop now, do you?
I have three things in there.
Ah,
These are Corona times. They're difficult for us little people that perform.
What do you have at the pawn shop right now?
You know, I have a ukulele and a couple of acoustics.
Boy, by the way, I want to. I
How'd
don't.
you get 50
what's the name?
bucks?
What's the name of the guy at American Pawn that you
His
like?
name's Dan.
Dan, for you to give him even $1 for the ukulele, you, sir, are a prince. I can't see him going, I hope he doesn't come collect this thing. I can get rock solid $10 for this ukulele.
Ukulele goes first.
The only way the ukulele would be worth anything is if it was stuffed full of money.
Yeah.
That's about the only.
There's some really good ones. This is an average one.
Yeah, okay, good. Now we're going to get the ukulele people and the banjo
We
people
love
getting together and
ukuleles.
beating us up.
I was wondering why we hadn't heard Ukulele Goes a Long, Long Way in a while.
Yeah, I do that every couple months.
I love that song. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's going on the new album. You know?
Yeah, okay. Well, if you can't get things up in your life, this next announcement is for you. Erectile dysfunction. It's pretty awkward to talk about. That's why Roman is the place to go. What is Roman? Well, it's a pharmaceutical distributor, ROMAN. And you go to getroman.com/wood, and you get that free online visit, and then that shipping, 2-day shipping is how much?
It's free. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, here's what I'm talking about. If you've been dealing with ED, you perhaps want to go to a doctor but don't want to go to your family doctor, especially right now. You can do it on your computer. You can do it from your phone. It's very convenient, and it involves U.S. licensed physicians. You check in with getroman.com/wood. Within 24 hours, you will be in touch with that physician. If the doctor decides that there's a treatment that's right for you, guess what? The medication will be shipped right to your door with that free 2-day shipping that I talked about. So, also, by the way, free unlimited follow-ups with the physician if you need some adjustments in the treatment plan. So, get part of your life back. Check this out. If you're struggling with ED, just stay home and go to getroman.com/wood. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's getroman.com/wood for a free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Getroman.com/wood, free online visit and free 2-day shipping. Coming up, we have a lot of interesting things going on in the world of news. Did you see this thing about dogs and coronavirus? There is a breed of dog that they say can detect coronavirus by smelling your armpits.
Huh.
And it's a scientific study that just came out. On a lighter note, We have an unconscious guy arrested with hundreds of pounds of marijuana floating in a river. It's a great story. All that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday. It is June 9th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us today. Coming up on the Bob and Tom Show, as you heard, Economonologues with Kostaki Economopoulos and comedian Bert Kreischer, both going to be joining us via Zoom today as we roll through this Tuesday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Bonnie Pointer, a Grammy-winning founding member of the Pointer Sisters, who was essential to the group's early success, but left the group before most of their biggest hits, died yesterday of cardiac arrest in Los Angeles at the age of 69. The four Pointer sisters, Ruth, Anita, Bonnie, and June, grew up singing in church in Oakland, California, where their dad was a minister. But it was Bonnie who, shortly after graduating high school, who first wanted to move out of the church and into clubs to pursue a professional singing career. She convinced her younger sister June to join her, and the two began doing gigs as a duo in 1969. Eventually, they'd convince their two older sisters, who were already married with children, to join them, and success was theirs. And it wasn't buried, but it was a treasure. Finally, after more than a decade, it's been found. The man who created the bounty says the man who found the bronze chest filled with gold, jewels, and other valuables worth more than $1 million. Forrest Fenn, a famed art collector, is the man who assembled the treasure. He's not saying who found it, but he describes himself from being back east and found the chest a few days ago. The discovery confirmed by the photograph that a man sent in. The Thrill of the Chase was an autobiography poem that was published in 2010 where he posted clues to the treasure's whereabouts. Since then, hundreds of thousands have hunted for the treasure chest all over the western part of the United States. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Why do birds fly south?
I don't know. Why do birds fly south?
It's too far to walk.
I love it. Love it.
That's one of those old-timer jokes,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah, humor in uniform.
Yeah, Reader's Digest.
You go up to the general
1956.
store and you go, hey, take a Lorraine, and they go, eventually.
I love it. Love that
Cram it, pal.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Voices in my head told me that I love you. The voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right. So I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They're coming crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said to stop my medication. The voices in my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV, and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me, and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. The voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, 'cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. So tonight I'll stalk. Tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk. 'Cause I got voices in my head. Got voices in my head. Got voices in my head.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Where are you from, by the way?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, small.
Sure.
Thug downtown. It's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick them up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come over for dinner.
I was playing in Miami.
Hi, 620 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Let's see. No, there she is, right through the glass. I see her. It's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy early, then windy with afternoon thunderstorms and a high of 90. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, low 73.
Good.
Chance for showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, high
Good.
88.
Yeah, I love thunderstorms.
Currently 72 degrees.
Oh, so it's about you, huh?
Happy Wednesday, Pooh.
Hey, after these 2 days of rain, it's going to be a real long dry spell, so enjoy.
Isn't today Tuesday?
Wind, like wind.
Okay.
Wednesday.
Everyone knows
confusing.
it's Wednesday.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's try to focus on the thing right here, okay?
Yeah, you're trying to focus.
Well, this is the Bob and Tom Show that I mentioned that. Going around the horn, there's Ace, there's Chick, there's Josh. We're in the big room, the big boys' room. Then the girls' room, well, the ladies' room, the woman's room.
She has a sofa.
It's next door. It's
Great. I have a
It's
Did
Christy
you hear how
Lee.
long that took
Lounge.
to say Christy's over there in the
You forgot my name.
Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom?
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Yeah, see?
It's Christy Lee, of course, in the Navy Federal Credit Union.
He's still
newsroom.
going.
Let me explain cash flow. Okay, sorry. Let's see. There's a Pat Godwin in the around the corner where the fudge is made, as they say, in our building, in the other building. It's good to see you, Pat.
Winking at us.
I like this new no hat look.
Yeah,
Pat, once
I
again.
debated whether I'd wear one
You're
today.
bound to get some leg for sure with that new look.
So the debate is a very simple one, Pat. Obviously, some woman that you're pursuing has told you not to wear a hat on the air. Is that correct?
Absolutely not. No, I just got
Really?
tired of wearing it. I wore it all last week.
I like seeing your face when I tune into the show.
I'm not getting that.
I'm going to send you a picture.
Oh, I did get that.
Oh, are you talking to a new woman?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, good, fun.
Now we're talking.
Word on
do
the
we-
street is.
Uh-oh.
We're talking photographs. What have you got?
Yeah, women for some reason send the photographs rather quickly these
Well,
days.
good for you.
Really?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's nice. It's nice to look at.
Enjoy
Is that the
yourself.
Lincoln Tunnel? Oh, dear God. Oh, wow.
Are they naked?
Well, it just happens. I'm not used to that.
Naked? You mean naked?
Naked?
Nice normal photos, then boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's got to be a song. We got to work on that one. Everything was normal until, oh, my God.
Slid into my DMs.
Yeah, all of a sudden you pulled into Jugville. What the heck?
Man.
Or whateverville.
Oh.
How about them tig old biddies, huh, Josh?
Just keep them to yourself. Remember, she sent them. They're for your eyes.
No, that's
Your
absolutely
eyes
no
only.
names,
Yeah.
Sheila, and no.
Oh, Pat.
Well, it's
don't
a
do
joke.
that.
It's a
You
joke.
know what?
She's Australian.
I looked at Tom's. I'm getting confused now. I looked
Ace?
at Pat's phone one time, and I never will forget it, and we'll never do it again.
Yeah. You asked.
What the hell? Oh, my Lord.
Coming up, we have a really interesting story from the world of wine. And I should point out that Chick McGee's at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Crazy Cock Wine in the can, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect summer wine. Ask your liquor store to start carrying it or go online and read all about it. This is a story we had real quick before we get to sports about...
Son of a...
Just calm down. There's nothing going on in the world of sports.
We have
anyway.
nothing but form on this show. There's no substance. We have to follow...
We have a schedule.
We have to follow a schedule.
I would say the exact opposite is true. We have nothing but substance and no form. It's the ADD show. We talked with a guy who has a distillery, Hotel Tango, where they converted it to when there was the huge shortage of hand sanitizer, and many other distilleries have done the same. And in France, this was kind of interesting. I didn't realize they had this glut of wine.
I didn't either. I would think it would be the opposite.
Yeah, I think
Their
people
wine
get-
is so good. Why would they not be drinking it?
I know liquor sales are way up. In any
No,
event,
I tried to help last night.
Oh, good. Very good of you.
Oh, Christy
Nice
did her
Bordeaux.
part.
that would
Yes.
explain the 1 second delay in your responses.
Oh, no.
He's
And one glass of wine with dinner.
He's grasping at straws.
Yeah, French winemakers have been turning their
Winemakers, see?
Winemakers.
French wine open
you know
micers.
I stand corrected. Go tell me about the winemakers.
You're drunk right now.
Them
I'm not.
winemakers sure make good wine.
You know them winemakers out back the house, weren't they, Dickie Dick? I tell
That's
you
right,
what,
Mike and all wine.
We call it, I learned to do it in prison. We call it pruno.
mix her up right there in the crapper.
Yeah. Be careful
Yeah, I had
now.
no idea having a 21-year-old in the house was going to change my life so much. It's wine with dinner like every
have
night
another
now.
drink.
Oh, come on, Mom. Can't we open a bottle of wine for dinner?
Yeah, dear diary, got Mom drunk again tonight and found out way too much about my dad.
No,
Mom, I'm going to
that
skip
doesn't
dessert.
happen.
I got to get to my camera. So
Yeah. Hey, French winemakers have been turning their unsold wine into hand gel, apparently. 33 distilleries have been authorized to take 200 million liters of unsold wine and turn it into ethanol or hydroalcoholic gel to make hand sanitizer. The move helped winemakers clear out their caves after a deep drop in sales due to the pandemic.
Clear out their caves.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they store it. It's a weird world. We have a big wine story coming up today, and remember the thing we had from Belgium where they were
French fries.
The president was saying it's very important to eat more French fries.
Right.
To help the potato farmers, and I get it. I mean, it's great, but
hey, the first French fries were made in Belgium.
No, hey, that's
not right.
That's Ace's territory.
no, they were fried in grease. I think is the joke.
No,
that's the joke.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I see Mr. Godwin has his guitar. Do you have a wine song for us?
Sure I do. Let's hear it.
He's turning into Tom. Let's hear it. Okay, thank you, Pat. You're welcome, Pat.
Well, thank you, Pat. Well done, Pat.
I have to focus. Calm down, guys.
Okay, sorry.
We make a wine named Poulet Foussé.
Oh, nice.
Somalians love it, and they're very choosy.
Oh, wow. I thought it was going the other way.
But it's not selling well, and bills are due. Maybe it'd make a fine hand gel too. Well, we tried it out, and this is what folks said. I'll use it once, my hands are red. Sanitizer works made out of wine, but a bottle costs about $69. Hand gel, oh, will it sell? This crazy cock make a hand gel. Shut up, ow.
There you go. I don't know.
Nice.
French wine being turned into hand gel.
Okay.
Now you can sanitize your hands and feel you're better than other people.
Yes.
Is that what you think?
That's
Do you smell the cork before you put it in? You ever seen anybody turn down the wine?
No, I haven't.
Because nobody really knows what they're talking about.
They don't smell the cork either. You don't do that.
That whole ritual.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me, sommelier.
Tastes like liquor,
I
all
would
right.
like the, could I keep the cork? I want to cram it up my dinner partner's rear a little bit later.
I mean, there are wines that you can get a bad bottle that goes bad, but
It's
it's
stuff
not.
like that. You're not right, Tom. You're not thinking.
I, for one, would, once
linear-
again, if I get this wine hand gel stuff, I'm turning down the Merlot.
Sure. Yeah. I'm not sanitizing with any Merlot.
I wonder if people, when they meet him, the actor, that's one of the things that's one of those.
They have to, yeah.
That's one of those lines. It's like the smell of napalm in the morning. And there's something about that scene.
Didn't the Merlot makers say that they really did see
It hurt sales.
drop in sales?
Absolutely.
Apparently it did. So that's from the movie Sideways. Now he's itching to get to it. It's Chick McGee.
Wait,
There's more.
this is a reason for cake. It's Donald Duck Day. We could support Donald Duck by having
But
cake.
they wear no pants.
Yeah, I guess we're taking our pants off.
Oh, is that what we got to do?
Heck yeah.
Okay, well, happy.
What do you got
Donald.
going today? Boxers, boxer briefs, the tidy whities, right?
No, I always wear the exact same underwear.
Always
black.
Every day, same
They're
underwear.
tidy
have.
blackies, aren't they?
I
Always have,
more
right?
than one pair. I wear nothing but black
briefs.
briefs.
Yeah, we don't need to see them.
No, we need to see them.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Black.
I ordered you.
Good thing
Speaking
you
of
didn't ask
that,
me yesterday.
I ordered you a present yesterday.
When you
It
wear
should be
black,
here
it
any
makes
day.
things look smaller.
Because you just can't handle how gigantic it is.
You ordered Tom a present?
I sure did.
That's so nice.
I sure did.
Shoes.
I sure did. And as I'm ordering it, I'm going, son of a bitch. Son of a... You're not supposed to buy presents going, that'll shut them up.
That's not the spirit.
Hey, in
The
sports.
only thing that would shut him up is a ball gag, so good luck with that.
There you go. There's no chance, it says here. Official Associated Press story. No chance. Players will accept it as is, but Major League Baseball is back at it. They've made a new proposal for starting their season. Delayed, of course, and shortened because of the pandemic. MLB had initially proposed an 82-game season, now suggesting just 76 games starting in July. Playoffs would be expanded to involve more teams, and players would be guaranteed 50% of their salaries over the regular season, and they could earn about 75%, but as I think the last player's proposal, they had 82%.
Boy,
and
time is running out.
They are negotiating themselves out of the public consciousness, and
how much?
It doesn't look good. The optics of this, Tom, does not look good.
The average person loves hearing about the rich fighting over more money.
Oh yeah,
at times like this,
they love it. Check this out: the NFL and the Players Union have sent a planner, like a notebook with each team's helmet on it. I bet a planner for all 32 teams outlining procedures for the full reopening of the practice facilities. Did you ever? You probably didn't. Like a three-ring notebook with Brown's helmet on the front. Did you have one of those? No.
No, I wasn't. I didn't need the playbook. I never played for the team. I was just a fan.
Not a write-in. I think I had a Blues folder or something.
Yeah, maybe you had a Trapper Keeper. Do you have a Trapper Keeper?
Yeah, I did at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, but they also made NFL three-ring notebooks that you could buy and take them to school. Yeah,
they still. Yeah, you can still get them.
You can still get
absolutely.
them. You're looking at me like I'm speaking French. You have no.
Well, you can get pretty much anything with an NFL logo on it. I'm not sure why it's a shock.
I think Chick wanted to know if you ever owned one.
Yes, I was trying to relate to you, which is foolish now looking back, and we've arrived at this moment.
The answer is no, Chick.
What sort of notebook did you have?
The Cleveland Browns have the most hideous color combination, brown and orange. I never particularly cared for it.
Well, that's right. You had a suit and tie every day, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you have a school-issued notebook, probably? That's what you had.
Or blue books?
Yeah.
No, just ringed notebooks. No.
Nothing fancy.
NCAA considering a 6-week plan for football teams to prepare for the start of their seasons. Includes 2 weeks. Teams can hold walkthroughs before full practices start. The PGA Tour getting back on track this week, and when it does, CBS wants you to not only see the Colonial event, to hear it too. Jim Nantz will be in the broadcast booth, but the network says it hopes to hear from players during the action. CBS says Nantz will preside over what he calls a confession cam. Oh, it's like a reality show.
You think anybody calls him Nancy Boy?
No.
And he doesn't like it?
Jim Nancy Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Hey, Nancy.
Players will duck into a tent and talk into
one guy did that once, and he got a 2-iron in the face.
I don't think Nance is very tough. Players will duck into a tent and talk into a remote camera about their play, and some players will be outfitted with microphones. Wow, this sounds really uncomfortable to be watching.
Man.
They don't have to wear masks, do they, since they're outside?
The Colonial will be the first PGA competition, and I'm sure it's an individual choice. 90 days because of the pandemic and shut down sports worldwide. Golf is the second major sport to resume behind.
Inventors out there, got an invention for you.
What's that?
Someone needs to invent, at least for the short term anyway, a mask that somehow is acoustically designed so that they can have a microphone inside it.
Oh, so you can understand what people are saying?
Yeah, there have been some people I've seen on some major news networks that, first of all, they're outside and they're not near anybody.
Of all the people complaining about someone wearing a mask at any time, I wouldn't think it would be you.
I don't think you need to wear one when you're standing in a farm field and there's no one.
I think it's up to whoever.
Yards. I'm just saying. So someone needs to invent, because you hear these broadcasts and it's. I'm sure there's someone that could figure out a way to properly mic a mask if that's what they're going to do. That's all. I understand it if they're in close quarters. Sure, they need one. I think a lot of it is just showbiz, to be honest.
I agree. I think they'd get in trouble if they didn't. People would be writing in, why don't you have a mask on?
I get it. I'm just saying, I think some engineer out there, I think, is probably developing as we speak a combination lavalier mic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the clip-on, right?
Right.
Christy, you're the other
Small
engineer.
Lavalier, that's exactly right.
And a thing, I'm just
After
saying.
Jacques Lavalier, he invented it back.
Although I think there should be a federal law that whenever they wear them, they should have to sound like Darth Vader.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Or Bane. I think we just have Bane.
We're on the scene.
We're live at the courthouse.
By the way, that's Darth Vader when he had COPD.
I guess.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Back to sports. So do you think the MLB is going to get it together?
No, I don't.
Don't you think that? I mean, don't you think that's the one sport where they'd have the least likelihood of passing it on?
In the words of Quentin Tarantino in Pulp Fiction, man, I ain't even got an opinion. There you go.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
There you go. Well, I was thinking for morale, having baseball back having soccer back's nice, but
there's far too many
Baseball back.
I said this when the first guidelines were floated out there about limiting number of players in the dugout and no spitting and limiting number of players in the clubhouse. And
you got to do what you got to do.
It's too complicated. They're not going to be able to have a season this year. There. That's a lock. That's a lock, baby.
I hope they can figure it out.
I hope they can too, but I don't think they can. This goes way back. Owners and players do not. Time now for.
If they have a season, they all make money. If they don't, they don't. I don't know how this is possible.
Well, if they don't have a season, they're still going to make some money, I would think, somehow. Don't you think?
How?
I don't know how.
Well,
If not, they have plenty in the bank.
Yeah, investments.
Okay.
Mike Trout face masks, maybe. You don't know.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't want to hear from any of these people until they have a solution.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Mike,
it's like
wait a
listening
minute,
to-
Christy. He said Mike Trout.
Fish.
This is a bad show so far.
Oh, yeah, it's really.
You seem
really
like you
bad.
don't even want to be here.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I want to be here. I just would rather be. I was
rather not be contributing.
I wasn't gonna tell you guys
contributing.
This, but every morning when I feel like it.
Yeah.
Christy and I do updates for the Bob and Tom app. I don't know and I was doing the sports app this morning where I believe it or not, I'd go ahead and do a straight sports update.
Right.
That's to be excited.
No, but I was doing this. I said, from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, this is your Bob and Tom sports update. There's no chance players will accept it as is, but Major League Baseball has made a new proposal. And I read the story straight through. Well, this morning in the second story I'm reading, and I've been going along, and then I think, my mind starts to wandering, waiting for one of you jackasses to jump in and interrupt me, and it made me...
What was the story?
That's my life. It was the baseball thing, actually. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
More sports coming up, including today in sports history in the future.
I like this.
What do you think about that? So not today. It'll be in the future. It's such a big deal. We got to start celebrating now.
Okay, I like this. I like it very much. Coming up, we have is it a good baby name or not?
Oh, yeah.
In the
Gotta
news.
ask, it's not.
I agree.
Got a pretty interesting thing, and I thought about this a couple of weeks ago, and now it's a news story. It involves a television show and NASA. And a possible trademark violation that is
really
pretty funny. Yeah, you'll know right away as soon as you hear the first line of the show. You go, wait a minute, I wonder why they didn't think of this. Right now, Father's Day just around the corner. How far away is it, Christine? 2 weeks?
It's going to be a week from Sunday, 21st.
You got a little bit of time. You got to get this done. Your dad does not want a tie. He does not want a rock that says "World's Best Dad." Cards are nice, but steak is much better. And Omaha Steaks has the Father's Day special of all time.
That's exactly right. And yes, get on this today. All right. Father's Day coming up quicker than you realize. And Dad wants those perfectly aged tender steaks from Omaha Steaks. Right now, they're offering Bob and Tom Show listeners access to a variety of amazing packages, just perfect for old Pop. Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available. Many include free shipping and... boy, oh boy, every time I say this, my mouth waters. A free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick Applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
It is, as they say, a term overused, game changer.
Yes.
It is a game changer.
Indeed. Omaha Steaks has a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha Steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness, hand-carved to perfection, burgers, franks, sausages, all the best goodies for grilling, premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers and individually sealed for freshness and flavor, tasty, easy-to-make side dishes like those potatoes au gratin, plus one-step family meals like that Meat Lovers lasagna, Godwin. Oh, my gosh. You got to get some for your kid. You guys are going to love it.
Yeah.
Artisan desserts, much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants, perfectly aged Omaha steaks. Get free shipping and free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. That's Omaha Steaks.
Thank you very much, Josh. omahasteaks.com. We got the Ace Cosby joke of the day coming up, brought to you by Omaha Steaks. And we'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Remember, he's in L.A. Ellis got on a plane an hour later and made it to the park 90 minutes before the first pitch, and the rest is history. Beat the Padres 2-0 high on acid, June 12th, 1970.
What does that say about the Padres?
There you go.
Well,
according to Ellis, he was very good.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He could place the pitches, and
That's amazing.
You saw some of the batters melting.
Yeah.
Ellis said, I started having a crazy idea in the fourth that Richard Nixon was the home plate umpire. Once I thought...
that was not a strike.
That would be funny.
And one time I thought I was pitching to Hendricks.
Wow.
Yes, Jimi Hendrix.
So was the guy a lefty?
According to Ellis, he was holding a guitar and using it as a bat.
Whoa.
Man.
This is all going on in his head.
I remember diving out of the way of a ball I thought was a line drive, but the ball didn't come anywhere near me.
It's lucky he didn't get killed.
Yeah, he was lucky.
Hey,
Look,
look, is
a
that
lot of stuff. Yeah.
What is that, a butterfly? No, it's a beanball.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Holy heck.
Wow. Well,
So there you go.
It's famous story.
We'll be talking about that all week and listening to, I believe our buddy Todd Snyder has a song about it.
We'll dig it up by tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have it. Yep, coming up. And finally, of course, ladies and gentlemen,
Stupid world record.
really, really stupid.
Oh, really, Ed?
Visitors at a food-centric theme park
You've got my attention.
In Italy.
Yes. Wait, couldn't you just say the entire country is food-centric?
Yeah, but this must have like roller coasters named after like the rigatoni coaster, that kind of thing.
You realize you're heckling yourself when you do this.
Sorry.
You realize.
Back to you.
In Italy, they've attempted a Guinness.
It's just an attempt.
It's just an attempt. Guinness World Record for the largest sheet of pasta.
Largest sheet?
No, like lasagna.
They're not cutting it up into spaghetti or anything?
No qualification on what kind of pasta, just a sheet of pasta.
Wait a second now. Weren't you just saying that one of your new favorite things is that delicious Omaha Steaks lasagna?
Yes, of course.
Well,
yeah, the meat lovers.
What do you think you make lasagna out of?
That's
Spaghetti?
fine.
No.
Oh, yeah,
So the world's largest sheet of pasta,
This is
obviously.
step one, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
but
So maybe down the road there'll be the world's largest lasagna.
Sounds like a sheet story to me.
It's a load of sheet.
Sheet joke to me. Sheety.
The organization,
Yeah.
FICO,
Fico.
F-I-C-O,
That's close.
We are not men. We are FICO.
FICO World Italy.
Italy?
E-A-T-A-L-Y.
Man,
not
I'm
Italy.
torn on that one. Torn on Italy.
Italy.
Maybe it's funnier in Italian.
Isn't there a famous restaurant / grocery store called Italy?
Italy?
Got me.
Italy in Chicago? I think so.
This is in Bologna.
I imagine Italy is probably pretty popular with you.
Bologna,
I get nothing.
Italy.
Bologna, Italy. They recruited visitors to participate in this past Sunday's record attempt, wherein they laid out a sheet of homemade pasta. It measured 262 feet.
Yeah.
Man, the flies and
They could roll a big cannoli with that, huh?
the
Cannelloni.
bees.
Cannoli's the dessert.
Yeah. The park said that it took 160
Manicotti, I should have said.
maybe a rotini. 160 eggs and 35 pounds of flour to make the pasta sheet. Following the
What are they
attempt-
doing with it? Are they wasting it?
No, the pasta was donated to a nonprofit.
Yeah, thanks for
37.
nothing, pals. They
That's what it
said.
said. Yeah, thanks for the weird out in the open for the
If you whip up the world's biggest marinara sauce, let us know.
Yeah.
The Godfather. I need your help.
No, do it right.
He's doing it.
Ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
playing both roles.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Is the Tom Father going to show up? Please.
Come on, do it.
The Tom
Godfather, I need your help.
You come to me on the day the largest sheet of pasta is bequeathed.
Yes. I'm fully invested. Yes.
Cut it into pasta, into the spaghetti. Take you 2 days just to slurp it like that doggy in the movie.
Lady in the Tramp.
Like that doggy in that movie, Lady in the Tramp. Yeah, that's right. Oh.
Hey, Johnny, I think the Don's lost it, huh?
Disney films.
Sophie said the other day after watching The Godfather, she goes, "How did Brando win an Academy Award for that? He was barely in it."
Bless his.
I think it is the
I think
shortest
set a
best
record,
actor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's like 13
she was
minutes
shocked.
or total
We were
screen
talking
time.
off the air the other day about what great movies feature great performances that are really short.
Yeah.
That would be one, I
where
guess.
they're in for
Silence of the Lambs, really.
Yeah, Collector's not in there a lot at all.
Jerry Lewis in Mad World, he just pulls up in the car.
For about 4 seconds.
You having any trouble?
No, we don't need any help from you.
That's it.
Jack Benny.
Thank you very much.
Jack Benny. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson in.
Is that Jack Benny?
What is it? Broadcast News. He's in it just for a couple.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Jerry Lewis
he's great.
runs over Spencer Tracy's hat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Jack Benny's in it too, real short.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson in Broadcast, Alec Baldwin and Glenn Ross.
Yeah, there's a lot of just quick ones, but The Godfather. Yeah. Now we have another very exciting pasta story coming up.
Yes, we do.
In the news that I think you're actually going to like. I'm excited about
There are
that.
37 locations of Italy. It's a really amazing marketplace if you've never been to one.
Italy.
Yes, they have.
Never heard tell of.
They have produce and pasta and
bologna.
restaurants and bakeries. The one in Roma is amazing.
I said Bologna, Italy. Nothing.
Gotcha.
He is.
That's quoting the famous abalone joke from the Marx Brothers, which I thought you'd pick up on, but apparently not. Okay, we have coming up. We have comedian Kostaki Economopoulos, comedian Bert Kreischer. Donnie Baker will be joining us, and we have. If you're thinking about naming your baby, don't go anywhere. We got some bad advice for you. We'll find out what that is coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday, it is June 9th. I'm Mark Allison. Kostaki Economopoulos is going to be joining us here later this morning via Zoom with some economonologues, a look at what's going on in the world from Kostaki's perspective. And we'll check in with comedian Bert Kreischer, the Machine, see what he's up to. I'm sure his tour currently on hold with the worldwide pandemic and all, but we'll find out how Bert's doing and what his plans are heading into later this summer. Coming up this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The black man whose death has inspired a worldwide reckoning over racial injustice will be buried today in Houston, carried home in a horse-drawn carriage. George Floyd, who was 46 when he was killed, will be laid to rest next to his mother. The funeral will be private. A public memorial service was held Monday in Houston, where he grew up. Some 6,000 people attended. Tropical storm Cristobal could soon renew its strength by uniting with another storm system coming from the west to form one giant cyclone. After drenching much of the south, forecasters now expect the remnants of Cristobal to bring fierce winds, heavy rain, and thunderstorms to much of the Midwest today. And in Copenhagen at the zoo, one of its giant male pandas on loan from China escaped its enclosure yesterday, roamed the park a while before staffers were able to sedate it and get it back in its cage. The panda crawled up a metal pole, crawled into a garden while the zoo was closed. It was captured, returned before the park opened to the public. The zoo now says it is increasing security around the pandas to make sure this doesn't happen again. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
They say 3% of the people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% and the rest goes down the drain. I will never know which one I am, but I'll bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3% 100% of the time.
Gotta write that down.
They say 72% of all statistics are made up right there on the spot. 84.4% of people believe them, whether they're accurate statistics or not. Now, I will never know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I need another double shot of something 90 proof. This is too much to think about. It's too much to think about. Too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt with too much to think about. They say 92% of everything you learned in high school was bullcrap that you will never need. 82% of everything you bought just to satisfy your greed. Because 94% of the entire population links possessions to success, even though 80% of the wealthiest 1% of the population drinks to an alarming extent. It's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, I've got too much to think about. 82% of all statisticians truly hate their freaking jobs. The average bank robber lives within, say, about 20 miles of the bank he robs. There's this little bank not far from here I've had my eyes on now for a while. Lately, all I can think about is going out in style. Yeah! It's too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt. It's too much to think about.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kostaki.
Hey, guys. This week, the subject is board games, which is a similar premise.
I love board games.
Me too.
Me too. Battleship. Classic, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Too easy to cheat in Battleship, though. My brother would palm ships and move them around. One time I caught him with a ship under the board. And he's like, "What, dude? Submarine."
Nice.
Sneaky badger.
Uh-huh.
Monopoly. Think back to the time when you were playing Monopoly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You land on that little just visiting section of jail.
Yeah.
Did you take your piece and tease?
Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
I want to say thanks to my friend Dr. Lanter, first off, because he's the reason I can see. Ace, too. Both Ace and I have something called multifocal lenses inside our eyes, placed there by Dr. Lanter. It's Lanter, like lantern without the N. I bring it up because a friend of mine called me just a couple weeks ago where it turned out a very serious problem was a detached retina, which Dr. Lanter had detected for me. Same thing for her, and made arrangements and got all the help done. So thank you. It's nice to be able to see. I can, for example, read this professional radio copy. Give me a number between 1 and 7, Christy.
4.
4. And they're not prescription anymore, thanks to my good friend Dr. Lanter at Lanter Eye Care.
Oh, referring to your sunglasses.
Yeah, sunglasses.
Well, I just read a random. Give me another line. 1 to 12, Josh.
This has never been a
11.
good idea.
He definitely helped me. He can help you, too. See how that works?
Yeah, that was nice.
Thank you, Dr. Lanter. He gave Chick McGee the LASIK surgery.
Yes, he did. 1, 2, 3.
And they've got everything back up to speed, all the appropriate protocols with all the health considerations. Now, check out Dr. Lanter. He's a good friend of mine and did a great job in my eyes.
Good man.
And we have to get back to the action, I think. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How is everybody?
Well, how are you?
Super.
Great.
Who is everybody? How about that?
I'm Josh Arnold here at the Orange Insoles Sidekick Chair. Go to orangeinsoles.com.
And your name, sir?
I'm Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
Mm-hmm. I'm East Cosby at the Omaha Steaks. Joke of the day. Chair.
All right.
Oh, that's very, very nice. Yeah, sometimes you'll want to say desk, sometimes chair. Either one is okay.
There's Pat Godwin over. Where are you, Pat?
Pat Godwin, running back, King's College. Nice to meet you.
That's true, isn't it?
Very good. There you go. I love that.
Hey,
And
wait
then, go ahead.
Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yeah,
right.
you are.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
You're a dirty girl, aren't you? Oh.
And for
today.
those feet guys out there, she's wearing open-toed shoes.
Oh, gosh.
Josh, notice this.
Well, yeah, I noticed your capris first.
Oh.
I like capris, and so I know.
Do you?
Well, you have good calves.
Are you wearing the
you.
Mary
Yeah.
Tyler Moore? Is that right?
No, I'm not. I'm wearing Birkenstocks.
Oh.
So yeah, I was gawking at your calves, and then I saw that you had.
How can you even see them? There's all I can see is from
Well,
the
we-
chest up.
It's like a serendipity.
See each other in the green room. We still like each other.
The rule is one person only in the green room at a
Yeah,
time.
we hang out.
We stand
No,
in there.
I saw her in the hallway
Okay,
walking.
well, I'll see you at the group funeral.
You remember the donut? You
See the
remember
latest from the WHO?
donut
We did already.
incident of last week?
Yeah. Remember, all three of us were over the donuts.
We're like a bunch of
still not
cows
over
in a
that.
water hole.
Exactly. Hogs in a trough.
Yeah. Why not just share a scuba tank and just breathe in each other's air?
You guys want to do that?
Sure.
That sounds like fun. Let's go skin diving.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. We need to get a houseboat and be on down the river for a week.
Wow.
We don't have Corona.
How long before one of us is Natalie Wooded?
I guess that's me because I'm the only girl.
Not necessarily.
That's a great movie, and then somebody ends up dead. Gee, I wonder who.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. Let's move on here. Now, we have Christy Lee, as I mentioned, at the newsroom. Anything of lightness we can review just to be in a happy mood?
Lightness? Well, of course.
Fun.
We were talking about pasta. Why don't we just stick with that subject?
love it.
A famous chef has been accused of putting food coloring in his pasta.
The punk.
Yeah, in his new memoir.
So what?
Is that a bad?
Entitled
thing?
Wait a minute.
Dirt.
Hang on a second.
It's not pure.
It's called food coloring.
Right.
It's not poison.
Well, I would think, though, purist chefs and the culinary
That's right.
arts, I'm thinking, they look down on this.
Could
Well,
we
yeah.
do the
Why did
story?
he do it? That's
Do you
what
have
I
any
thought.
idea how much food coloring you eat in a day?
Well, of course.
Hello?
90% of your stuff
Say,
has
well, of
food
course.
coloring in it.
Of
I'm
course,
sorry. Back
yeah.
to you, Christy. Go
In
ahead.
his new memoir,
You're gonna get something thrown at you.
Wow. That was a long
I'd
one.
like to hear this, Christy. I really would.
All I said was, of course. What the
he
hell's your
gave
problem?
me the effing story.
No, exactly.
I know.
In his new memoir entitled Dirt,
Memoir.
memoir, author Bill Buford claims that
Great
Daniel...
drummer, by the way.
Bill Buford?
Oh, that's a different one.
King Crimson.
I thought he was with the Sabs. No? Is that wrong?
Claims Daniel Boulud adds food coloring to his pasta to make it appear more yellow. Buford said he visited Boulud's kitchen and spotted the pasta guy making a deep egg yolky tortellini.
Oh, that's bad.
He wrote,
Shut up.
after asking if I could see the recipe, discovered that, oh my, it included yellow food coloring. Buford has since retracted the claim and emailed Page 6, that's, of course, in England. Thank you for the plug for the new book, but I need to ask for a correction. Daniel does enhance the yellow of his pasta, but not by artificial food coloring, as
It's
I
piss.
said.
Boy, you go right to it.
Let's
Don't you?
forgive it.
So that's why I'm doing the story, just so you could say that.
No, I just thought of that.
Okay.
No, this is a non-story.
But by a method he picked up in Italy, namely by adding a couple pinches of turmeric powder to
Oh,
the
sure.
dough.
Yeah, that'll stain.
Yeah.
All right.
Turmeric. Is it turmeric?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
But I mean, it's
It's not a turmeric.
Oh,
cares?
almost all the food you eat has
Who
food coloring.
cares?
It does.
What does that have to do with this story?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know why we're
look,
doing
I could see why pure chefs are,
Yes.
whatever they.
Yes.
They would be upset by this. You want the net?
Natural.
I guess they just don't really cook with salmon. Isn't a lot of salmon dyed pink?
Yes, it is.
All kinds of half the stuff you eat at least.
I
is
thought
dyed.
salmon was all pink inside. Isn't that right?
You're close. Okay. By the way, if it smells a little too wild,
a little bit too salmony,
pour some hydrogen peroxide on it. If it bubbles, don't eat it.
I got some.
Tom and I
spicy,
agree, isn't it?
Spicy
That is
salmon
the
yesterday,
test.
man. Oh boy, it's so
Spicy
good.
salmon.
Oh,
Isn't it
so
a
good.
bummer that the farm raised salmon tastes better than the wild caught?
It does taste better.
I know, it sucks.
Yeah, that wild stuff's way too fishy.
Wait a minute. You were agreeing with me on this.
And it doesn't seem tender, right? The
wild caught isn't as, yeah.
I will say this. I don't know what they put in it, but most of the red pasta sauces, if you have any young children or you get it on your own clothes,
this will be
Doesn't come out.
it's almost impossible.
Dawn dishwashing detergent will take
But
it out.
if you wash it and don't see it and then dry it, you're dead.
done. It won't come out.
Yeah, you'll never get it out.
Gee, I can't imagine you running into that problem, haphazardly throwing everything in unsanitized and then...
I've got laundry in right now.
Of course you do.
Lots of towels.
And how long's that cycle? How long are you wasting water there on sanitary?
It's my water. It comes from a well. I can do whatever I want with it.
2 hours? 2.5 hours?
I pumped it. I drink it.
You're pumping
it's
it?
mine. Yeah.
Well, he didn't physically pump it. But
I know because I have electricity at my place.
Love to see him out there with it.
You girls thirsty?
With a bucket?
Yeah.
I just think this. I mean, this
One of
guy's
those
getting
Amish hats.
This guy's getting all this publicity for his book called Dirt by claiming this guy dyes his food. Then he retracts the whole thing. Oh, he doesn't really dye it.
Well,
Yeah,
so
he
that-
uses natural.
But he
even if
got the publicity, so it worked.
Yeah. But even if he does, who cares? I think I sit down with my Chef Boyardee ravioli, which, by the way, is the best of the canned raviolis.
It might be the best ravioli.
Yeah,
I almost had that for lunch
so
yesterday.
delicious. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got a feeling there's probably some dye in there. Who knows? But who cares?
Yeah, there's nothing really.
A friend of mine makes chicken and noodles for the holidays, and it's absolutely the best. And her secret is she puts yellow food coloring in it to make it seem richer, and it sure works, man. It's so good.
Obviously, there's a lot
So
to the
good.
look of that's why they spend so much time preparing
Sure, the
plate.
presentation, as they say.
And, I mean, as they say, nobody eats parsley.
Plated.
But you want that look.
You guys don't eat the parsley?
I like parsley.
Really?
Of
You
course
eat
you do.
you eat parsley? Do
You know what?
You eat papusa?
I've had a pupusa.
Oh,
Christy
but
says-
those
Tried it
some
once.
wild night in college.
Parsley is a taste sensation. Christy Lee, 2020.
It was a taste
Like eating a
sensation.
candy bar.
But I don't mind it in a salad, chopped up. Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to hear from some expert chef if putting food coloring in is a big deal. I can't imagine it.
Well, I think we have heard. I think it is.
Yeah,
a big
this
deal.
is
I think it's
the
because it's
story.
artificial.
I call this
color.
pasta my Sherwin Williams. Yeah, I mean, no, this is not. Again, if it were poison, wasn't there some poison they used to put in, like red dye number 32 or something was poisonous?
Wasn't that a rumor about the M&Ms?
MSG?
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay,
Well, the green M&Ms make you horny.
But
Do they?
They got rid of the
other
red.
day, Chick was saying that green. Remember, they did the green ketchup and it flopped.
Oh, yeah.
The brain
It's terrible.
friction.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something to say about all that stuff. So,
Crystal
anyways,
Pepsi.
I'm sure this guy's pasta is amazing, and
Zima.
No, we won't pass.
well, maybe we can hear from a chef and find out what's going on with all
I
that.
swear to God. We just heard from a chef.
Who?
In
The
this
author
story.
of this book.
In this story.
Who said you
Yeah.
don't do that.
This story is
That's
all
exactly
about
what he just said. That's
hearing
why
from
we're
a chef.
doing it.
And you're summing up.
What do
is
you
that-
need? The ghost of Bourdain to walk in?
Oh, that'd be great. Anthony Bourdain weighing in from the dead.
Boy, wherever he is,
Boy, the
he's-
food here sucks.
He's still in a bad
Can't even
mood.
get any cigarettes.
He'd walk
Aw.
No, loosen that, Anthony. Oh, sorry. Okay. No, you don't.
That's just mean and cruel. Not, and humorless.
Ladies and gentlemen, shots fired. Yes.
Coming up, we have
Come get me, Argento.
an interesting. I didn't hear that. Coming up, we have an interesting story about a couple interesting stories actually from NASA, and NASA may be involved in a very unusual trademark war.
And we're going to hear more about the chefs and the food company.
Well, we have
Get to the
Mexican
bottom.
wine
Is that
in
the
it.
plural for
Chefs. We're going to hear more
Chefs, I
about
like it.
chefs.
I'm sure there's a couple
Food
chefs
coloring.
listening that would like to weigh in. I don't know.
You just want to talk to a chef, that's all.
You can email us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you.
Unless you're a chef, then leave us alone.
No, we'd like to hear from some chefs if they ever throw a little dye in just to make things fun.
Of course they do. Why not?
Well, then they're not true chefs.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I would never eat anything that had food coloring in it.
Unless it was food.
Unless it's edible.
Unless it was pizza.
Unless it was
Let's not
edible
be
and
ridiculous.
delicious.
That'd be ridiculous.
How do you think
Pizza,
icing
ice cream,
gets-
or donuts.
Yeah.
Fructose.
How do you think you get icing in different colors?
I only eat white icing.
Okay.
Well, you're on a diet, right? You gotta-
Oh, that doesn't have any sugar in it. Oh, wait a minute. Now, we have coming up a little bit of Donnie Baker. The Ace Cosby joke of the day brought to you by our good friends at omahasteaks.com, getting ready for Father's Day, the only way to get ready. Right now, I want to remind you about those thousands of locally owned Napa stores across the nation. Chances are that whatever you call home, they do too. So as America starts opening back up for business, Napa is there, doing what Napa has always done to keep their local communities moving forward. Get that truck running, get that car running. So whether you stop by a Napa Auto Parts store, Napa Auto Care Center, or visit NapaOnline.com, you can always count on something we call Napa know how. Napa Auto Parts Stores, Napa Auto Care Centers, or NapaOnline.com. We're coming right back with little Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, if you're looking for something to do today, head on over to bobandtomstore.com. Check out all of our hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, all the cool stuff there. Every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. A lot of folks without jobs and a lot of them for the first time trying to figure out how to feed the family. Well, Feeding America helps to replenish those food kitchens across the country. They have a whole network of suppliers and people. They know exactly what's going on. So if you don't want to get anything from bobandtomstore.com, that's fine. Just head over to Feeding America and donate to them directly, doing good work for the people of America. Buy now and buy often at bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Bonnie Pointer, a Grammy-winning founding member of the Pointer Sisters, who was essential to the group's early success, but left the group before most of their biggest hits, died yesterday of cardiac arrest in Los Angeles at the age of 69. The four Pointer sisters, Ruth, Anita, Bonnie, and June, grew up singing in church in Oakland, California, where their dad was a minister. But it was Bonnie who, shortly after graduating high school, who first wanted to move out of the church and into clubs to pursue a professional singing career. She convinced her younger sister June to join her, and the two began doing gigs as a duo in 1969. Eventually, they'd convince their two older sisters, who were already married with children, to join them, and success was theirs. And it wasn't buried, but it was a treasure. Finally, after more than a decade, it's been found. The man who created the bounty says the man who found the bronze chest filled with gold, jewels, and other valuables worth more than $1 million. Forrest Fenn, a famed art collector, is the man who assembled the treasure. He's not saying who found it, but he describes himself from being back east and found the chest a few days ago. The discovery confirmed by the photograph that a man sent in. The Thrill of the Chase was an autobiography poem that was published in 2010 where he posted clues to the treasure's whereabouts. Since then, hundreds of thousands have hunted for the treasure chest all over the western part of the United States. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
My workday's done. Go grab a shower. Let's hit the pub. It's happy hour. If we get bombed, who gives a damn? I'm not as drunk as you think I am. Those chicks right there don't look too good, but 3 more beers, I guess I would. It's either them or my right hand. I'm not as think as you drunk I am. So buy another round. We'll sit right here and drink them down. Get everyone another beer. You'll have to kick us out of here. Say, are you girls waiting on your friends? What did you say? You're lesbians. Bartender, cancel those 2 drinks. I'm not as in as you drunk, I think. This beer is moving like a train. I think my lizard needs a drain. But first I'll have a double shot. I'm drunk, you think, as you am is not. So buy another round. We'll sit right here and drink them down. Get everyone another beer. You'll have to kick us out of here. This bathroom's nice. as it can be. It's got 4 walls, I've puked on 3. Oops, here comes more. I'll use the sink. I'm not as thrunk as you am, my dink. I put that bouncer right in his place. I smacked his elbow with my face. He's lucky that it's closing time. Drunk am is not.
7:18 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy early afternoon showers and thunderstorms, especially starting around 2 o'clock this afternoon. High 90. Scattered showers, thunderstorms overnight, 73 for our low. And then a chance for showers and thunderstorms. Windy again tomorrow, high 88, 70.
Spend a few minutes today teaching your smart speaker, Alexa, whatever her name is, to obey you. And to do, among other things, listen to the Bob and Tom Show on Q95, or perhaps listen to some great classic rock all day. Alexa, you listening to me? And also, coming up, some information about a special event Friday. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Thanks very much for joining us. Coming up, a new feature called Things We've Ruined for Everyone.
Oh, I like this.
I do too.
This is going to be a long feature.
Yeah.
Based on some mail. You can probably guess some of the things we've ruined. Thank you very much, and you're certainly welcome. Let's see, in this room, it's the big room. We've got Ace Cosby, once again, a loyal Las Vegas Raider fan.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, Ace. That hat. Yesterday you had the giant logo on your shirt. Today the huge logo on your cap. It's a 2020 Las Vegas Raiders logo.
Getting ready for training camp.
All right. Let's see now. There's Chick McGee across the way there. That's Josh. I'm Tom. Through the glass, it's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Christy. And then Pat Godwin has joined us. A man, a guitar. We're going to get a new song out of Pat here, I understand, in just a few minutes. Not to mention the Ace Cosby joke of the day coming up. Ace, of course, radio legend, engineer, the man, the voice. And right now, I expect any second now, I think we're going to be hearing the track phone hotline ringing if luck is with us. And perfect. Thank you very much.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey,
Donnie.
Tom, you're better than the Ouija board predicting every time I call.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
I swear to God. Also, I keep hearing your Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Uh-huh.
I'll say it like this. I can't believe how deep Ace's voice is.
Yeah, sure is.
I don't even know if it's possible to fake voices. But if it is, my money says Ace, you're faking it.
No, Donnie, this is my real voice.
Okay, fair enough. But if that's really your voice, you must have to pick up your avocado-sized testicles and lay them on your lap when you sit down.
Well, I have to be gentle with them.
And your voice... when your voice changed and you hit puberty, people must have thought you was possessed or talking in a death rattle or something. I swear to God. No wonder why so many men got low testosterone. I think it's because you got all of it, Ace.
Donnie, this is my real voice.
You swear to God you ain't faking it?
Nope.
I mean, remember that one dude from Oak Ridge Boys, the Elvira?
Yeah.
Dick, who does the baba, wow, wow.
Yeah, sure.
On purpose. One day he's going to slip up. I bet you $50 he'll go in a real high voice. Baba, wow. That must be a real voice. I'm just jealous because mine ain't all deep like yours.
No.
Mine sounds like a weed whacker that's running low on two-cycle. You know, the Baker curse. You know, Ace, with your famous joke of the day and everything, you're popular enough now. You could just go by your first name alone, like Madonna, Kesha, or how Donnie and Marie's kid, Haley Joe Osment. He just goes by Haley Joe now.
Haley Joe, I didn't know that.
I swear to God, I'd love to see a sequel to that movie at 6 cents. Josh, you think they're ever going to come out with the 7th Sense?
I'd watch it.
That movie's pretty good, but I guess they couldn't bring back the Bruce Willis character since he's dead and all.
Bruce Willis isn't dead.
Yeah, he's dead right at the start. Yeah.
Wow.
He's dead through the whole movie.
Ace, you should open a voice school and teach other people how to talk the way you talk. I love every person I talk to sounding like you every day. It'd be a lot better dealing with a cable company if everybody sounded as cool as you. Oh, spoiler alert. I got a joke for you, Ace.
Okay.
Then I got to skate. Well, my Uncle Sonny with the no always tells this one. Did you hear the CEO of the world's biggest cable company died yesterday?
Oh.
Yeah, his funeral's next Tuesday, sometime between the hours of 9 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Closed casket. Oh, and his widow invited me to come over to her house and lay some cable of my own later. Swear to God. I said, that's cool, baby, but just so you know, we got call before we dig. Ace, if you didn't get it, no worries. You'll be hearing that one again on Best Of.
Thank you. Thank you, Donnie.
Very confident.
Oh, that was good. Well, coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day, of course. Brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.
That was our surprise.
That was your
that's right. We have a
That was our surprise.
That was it?
What was our surprise?
Ace was part of the Donnie Baker talk.
Ace had a roll today.
You gotta be me. What?
Now, have we completed sports?
Yes, we have.
Okay, because I want to talk, because your favorite subject.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport, Christy Lee.
Before we get to Christy, your favorite thing is to watch documentaries.
I love docs.
You love
I'm a
documentaries.
good doc and British TV shows. Yeah, go ahead.
And there's a new one out there. There was one a couple years ago. I think it was made by Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan's son.
Oh, that's a good one.
About interviewing
really
some
good.
of the famous artists in Laurel Canyon. Yeah. I guess there's a new one out there now about this topic that is on net. It's on Epix. It says a 2-part documentary series, Laurel Canyon, will premiere this month on Epix. EPIX.
June, or you say this month? You mean now?
I guess,
it is on. It is on now.
Yeah, Epix is on your Apple TV.
Okay. It's about the Byrds, Buffalo Springfield, Mamas and Papas, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Joni Mitchell, The Doors, Jackson Brown, Linda Ronstadt, The Eagles.
Sounds like the one that Jacob
What's
Dylan did.
What's the same topic? You know, more than one person is allowed to.
Well,
this one apparently is vastly superior to the other one.
Oh, okay, cool.
According to some of the reviews I've read. So who knows? I mean, it's a bunch, some of the most talented people ever. But I guess this one focuses a lot on Joni Mitchell, who I guess was barely in the other one.
That's true.
So the Laurel Canyon, and then what was that album? Ladies of the Canyon. Remember the Joni Mitchell album?
Don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Ladies of the Canyon, Paren, a music only dogs can hear. That's right.
Yeah.
You don't like Joni Mitchell, seriously?
I like Joni Mitchell.
Do you know what artist
What's
indicated
that California thing? That gets on my nerves
This
a
will
little bit.
shock you.
Okay.
Robert Plant said that one of his biggest influences for Led Zeppelin was Joni Mitchell.
And that's supposed to sway me how?
Well, great songwriting, and why am I even bothering?
In fact, Joni Mitchell was the tall, cool one that Robert Plant sings about.
That's interesting.
That's the wrong artist in the wrong song, and she was not.
Who am I thinking of?
That's the Hollies, you idiot.
No, that's
the
long, cool woman in a black dress.
That's not what he's talking
That's
about.
a honey dripper.
He's talking about the honey drippers.
Tall, cool one.
Tall, cool.
Yeah.
Very, very popular in the 80s.
It has a Zeppelin riff at the end of it, right?
It's a great
cool.
song.
Which I always thought was somewhat of a cop-out.
I thought it was cool. I was
Like,
kind
no,
of
you're
nice.
solo now. Just
It's
don't leave the Zeppelin stuff behind.
Is that right?
That's what I felt, yeah.
Chick's a big fan of Robert's new band.
Yeah, he sure is, yeah.
Yeah, Robert.
Can't even
Plant and
remember the name of it.
Sensational sounds of swinging and swaying
Sound
with
check.
Bobby Plant.
They're great. They're only fantastic. Okay, I'm sorry.
Robert Plant band. That's all he needs. He's Robert Plant.
The point is, he's a big Joni Mitchell fan, and I know, Pat, you're a big Joni Mitchell fan. Right?
I am. I love the album Blue, every song on it. She was the first confessional singer-songwriter. Everyone's doing it now, talking about their boyfriends and stuff, or lack of one.
What was the name of the album?
It's called Blue. Every song on it's fantastic.
BLUE, okay? Calm down, all right?
Should have been called Blown.
It's one of the greatest albums of all time.
And she was
Find
the first,
a note.
So
Okay.
yeah, I know. Tom threw me, and I had to put a capo on. But here we go. The first
Been planning
confessional
this for 4 days.
singers.
Oh my gosh.
Writing songs and smoking hash, while bawling Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I hooked up with James Taylor too, and wrote about it every day. Jackson Brown had a giant dong.
Did he?
And he never really did me wrong. But I needed another breakup song. I'm surprised he didn't sue. These days, Taylor Swift's the best. If John Mayer dumped me, I'd get it off my chest. Adele, Alanis Morissette, too. We spill the dirt that way. I cashed in love from my side now. You crash and burn, break up somehow, and trash the ex after the fall, and tell the whole wide world he's really small.
Excellent. Oh, man.
Thank you.
And dumped on by John Mayer.
Yeah.
I mean, dumped by John Mayer.
It'll happen, yeah.
Little inside joke.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, speaking of great songs and a new feature, we don't have music for this feature yet, but it will be called Things We've Ruined for People.
Okay.
And
This is a good one.
It comes to us from St. Charles, Missouri. This email from Matt. Dear Bob and Tom, you have officially corrupted me.
Uh-oh. That's right.
The other day, I heard the song Wildfire on the radio and immediately started laughing. Because you guys are making fun of that song, and it's such a sad song, and here I am laughing.
Busted down or
I am no longer able to listen to Bob Welch or Bread without laughing and thinking of you guys.
Well, that's nice.
We have one of those on Twitter, too.
What's wrong with Bob Welch?
I love Bob Welch.
Hey.
He doesn't sound like that.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with me singing.
There ain't nothing wrong at
Got a
all.
ball gag in my throat.
We have one on Twitter. Eric says he heard Hypnotized by Fleetwood Mac
great
and
song.
immediately laughed his ass off thinking of us talking about it on the show.
It's a great song. It's a great Fleetwood
Your
Mac song.
eyes got me dreaming.
Now, Josh, yesterday you were bragging about punching a windshield and breaking it.
Well, I'm very strong.
Yeah. This is
Very, very
a
strong.
windbag.
Yes.
Hoping to hurt Josh's feelings. A windshield is made to take the impact from the outside, not the inside. I've been working with windshields for over a quarter century.
Is that right?
Punching a windshield from the inside is nothing.
Nothing. He didn't. He could have said less than nothing, but he said nothing.
Thank you, John, for pointing that out.
No, I'm quite strong.
Okay. Now, we return to the news desk in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom with Christy Lee. What else is going on?
The U.S. military could lose the Space Force trademark to Netflix. The U.S. Space Force, a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces first announced in 2018, shares its name with a comedy series starring Steve Carell that was produced by the streaming company. Attorneys for the U.S. military have done little to secure the Space Force name as a registered trademark. Netflix, however, has been a little more aggressive and has already locked down the rights to the name in several countries.
Those are the rules. See? That's what happens.
Yeah, but I think my argument would be the Space Force is going to have some kind of laser technology where the studios where they're filming Space Force could accidentally be vaporized.
Boots on the moon, Josh.
Speaking of boots on the moon.
Does the United States government, can't they?
Can they trump a trademark? No.
Yeah.
They'll work something.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun
I
intended.
think the government can do anything they want. Isn't that the patent office just down the hall in the building?
Yeah.
Would think.
I just don't see the producers of Space Force calling up the president and going, "Hey, listen, why don't you guys go with like Starfleet? we own Space Force." Have you seen the show, by the way?
I have, yes.
And that didn't sound good.
It's okay. I love Steve Carell. I love Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah.
The gentleman, Noah Emmerich.
Oh, I love Noah Emmerich.
He's in it. I love
Noah
him
Emmerich was
too.
the FBI guy in The Americans.
He's a great actor.
Putty's in it. I love him.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. What's his real name? I forget his real name.
Who?
Patrick Warburton?
Patrick Warburton.
Oh, my
Putty's
gosh.
in it.
Oh, of course. Okay.
He's your buddy.
Jane Lynch is in it.
Okay. Well, I'll have
It's
to
a
give it a
great
shot.
cast. I haven't even heard of this show.
Lisa Kudrow.
Huh, I'll have to check it out.
Everybody's in it.
Yeah, you would think. What was that movie you were talking about? Guy, boy, oh boy, this movie, it should be a lot better than this with all these people in it. But yeah.
Cannonball Run 2. I mean, it had a lot of good actors.
It's true. Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr.,
Sure, yeah.
Dom
Jackie
DeLuise,
Chan.
Jackie Chan.
You brought up boots on the moon. What about high heels?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, NASA plans to land the very first woman on the moon by 2024.
Yeah, right. Oh.
As well as the next man. NASA says that this historic moment will be achieved through NASA's pioneering Artemis Lunar Exploration Program.
Are they get a woman to go up there? They put a Macy's on the moon?
Oh, come on.
First of all, there's already a woman up there.
What do you mean there's already
Who do you
a
think's
woman
cooking
up
the
there?
food?
Who do you think's making the cheese up there?
No, Alice Cramden.
She's putting her.
Oh, she finally, he did it, huh? He actually lived up to
Nothing funnier than domestic violence.
abuse.
I'm going to hit you so hard you're going to go to the moon. Hilarious. That's comedy.
NASA intends to explore a significantly greater expanse of the moon's surface with these lunar expeditions.
Well, be careful. There's no gravity up there. She might hit her head in the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like a third.
That gets nothing?
It's a third
It's a
gravity.
high-quality feminist joke.
It was almost uncomfortable.
What's the matter? Was the moon too quiet?
So you can keep throwing out the evil
Something about
stereotypes.
putting her makeup on in the capsule.
The temperature too even?
Do you suppose they have the argument on the space station about like we do here about the thermostat? You can just see this great international science thing, and just, Ivan, you touch the thermostat one more time, I kill you.
Well, of course, you know there is.
Oh, or is that controlled down below?
I don't know. Men and women have different temperatures.
Is there some guy in Houston
with one of those locking boxes over the thermostat?
Hey,
He's got a
Houston,
key and-
she's cold again.
Are you guys complaining because it's too hot in there?
I'm just watching Josh prevent himself from ever having sex again.
Someone had to take the role of the idiot.
Are you saying that you've never been woke up in the middle of the night? I'm hot. Turn the fan on. That's never happened to you?
Who are you talking to? I'm not
see?
taking questions.
Happened to all of you.
These mics are on.
By the way,
That's when you throw your
I
leg
went into
out.
the building. How's the temperature in your room over there, Pat, in the other building?
Freezing.
It's freezing in here, too. It always
Over there?
Changes the tuning of the guitar every second, yeah.
Okay, because the other day I went to the other building and it was, mid-80s. I went to. Did you see they locked the thermostat in there?
Did they really?
This tells you everything you need to
I had
know
to make
about,
some phone calls
about Tom.
I had to make some phone
Instead
calls.
of saying, it was really warm, or, boy, it got really hot in there. It's boiling in the studio.
Unacceptable. It's a professional outfit.
Speaking of lady astronauts, did you see where a former NASA astronaut, Kathy Sullivan, became the first American female spacewalker? She also has broken the diving. She's been to the lowest point in Earth, 36,000 feet underwater. She's been at the lowest point on Earth.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine?
That'd be scary.
Yeah, I could never get.
I could. The claustrophobia would be.
Submersibles.
She's an astronaut.
Yeah.
She's going backwards.
Well, don't they sort of train
kind
because
of
it's
very-
similar?
yes.
Yeah, they do a ton of training in those giant pools to simulate spacewalks.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She's going backwards is a very funny line, actually.
Got nothing.
Yeah, I know it did. It deserved something.
It was a vacuum.
No,
like space.
it got exactly what.
No,
it was.
yeah,
Chick, you with me on this?
am.
Okay.
Underwater, an
I'm with you,
astronaut.
buddy.
She went the wrong way.
Why
That's
don't you-
funny.
why don't
No,
you
Pat,
turn that into one of those comedies.
Pat, I defend you. That's funny.
Ground and control to Mrs. Tom or something. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Ground control, something like that. Speaking of submersibles, coming up, we have a hilarious news story involving an unconscious guy in the Detroit River. It's
You mean a dead guy?
no, that's
No, he's not dead.
It's a really complicated story.
He's okay now?
Yeah, it's a very complicated story that involves submersibles and lots of
have to be.
marijuana and some islands in the Detroit River. Very odd.
Islands in the Detroit River.
We
There
got
you go,
that.
Pat.
We've got
Guess what?
that coming up.
We
And
also have pandas in the news, chick.
Oh, my dream job, Panda Nanny.
Yeah.
I can't
coming up
wait.
tomorrow.
What?
I've been doing a little research, trying to get a little bit more on the guy that had the dead fish in his rectum.
God, I just saw that again. I was looking at something. Ugh.
Dead fish shoved up his ass, stinking to high heaven. That skunk in the middle of the road?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was a song parody there because it lacked a melody.
I knew where he was going.
You know what? I'm having fun. If you want to join, that's fine. If you want to criticize and demean, that's okay too.
That's what I do. We have a
I do what I do. I do what I do.
X-rays of this guy with this fish inside his
Yes.
rear. Yikes.
You know, there's a lot of that going on right now. There's
What?
something called buckyballs. The kids are shoving things up their
Come on, don't
little
do
magnetic
that.
balls, and they're accidentally
No.
swallowing them. And they're a menace.
no.
We're turning the corner onto menace. There's a medical report.
Is this because of the internet?
It's because of a bunch of
one
things.
story.
The internet. It's magnet technology. It's
you know how chick is. What happened to one person? The world is going nuts.
Well, this guy's got
That
a
sounds more
fish in
like
his
Tom.
ass.
Dead fish in the middle of
do you
a
suppose
bum.
this guy did it have to be a fish for his particular sphere of mental illness, or could it have been anything?
What?
Yeah, you're right.
Like, does this guy get up and read about a guy that put a number 2 pencil up there and go, that guy's got problems?
Yeah, what a sicko.
Yeah, why didn't he use a
fish?
tilapia?
Yeah.
Or is this guy, is it so specific? Because this guy had it was a tilapia that they
Blue
had to,
tilapia, yes, it
they had to
was.
surgically remove it from this guy. Do you think if he hears about some guy, rainbow trout? Oh, really? That says something.
If I do it, I use catfish. And
They got those spears in the front?
I'd go catfishing.
Oh,
with,
no, you wouldn't.
I'd go
Brown
catfishing
trout.
with
Yeah.
John. Yeah.
No, it'll be a brown trout.
What would we have to do to go catfishing?
Yeah, a little Mississippi mudcat.
That's right.
Okay.
Well, that's some different kind of noodle in there.
Get you some kittens and go out.
Coming up, we got the world's best wine competition. We'll find out about it next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
The Economonologues with Kostaki Economopoulos on a Tuesday. It's June 9th. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Later this morning, one of our favorites, comedian Bert Kreischer, the Machine. We'll see how Bert's doing, find out what his tour will look like in the upcoming summer months as things start to ramp back up. Maybe in the fall, we'll find out what's going on with Bert Kreischer right here, coming up on Bob and Tom 24/7. Stay tuned.
From the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. There is no chance players will accept it as is, but Major League Baseball has made a new proposal for starting their season, delayed and shortened now by the pandemic. MLB had initially proposed an 82-game season. Now it says 76 games starting in July. Playoffs would be expanded to involve more teams, and players would be guaranteed 50% of their prorated salaries over the regular season, and they could earn about 75% of their salaries. The NFL and the Players Union have sent a planner to the 32 teams outlining procedures for the full reopening of their practice facilities. A memo written by Commissioner Roger Goodell and approved by the NFL Players Association describes protocols focusing on screening, testing, and infection prevention and treatment for COVID-19, including response for new infections. And the NCAA is considering a 6-week plan for football teams to prepare for the start of their seasons. That includes 2 weeks which teams can hold walkthroughs before full practices start. A copy of the Football Oversight Committee's plan, which still needs to be approved by the Division I Council, was obtained by Sports Illustrated. They first reported on the one-page document. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Just a windbag about something we've been talking about.
Audio windbag?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a listen.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Dear Chick, racehorses don't have kids until they retire. Therefore, no kids could be at the track. Dumbass.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
There was a time when I sang my songs alone.
But now it's different. A change has come along.
I never had much except my words and melodies.
And now it's time to share your song with me.
I lost half this song in my divorce.
Now every other line is mine.
I didn't want to, but the judge said there's no choice.
It's no big loss, 'cause this song stinks just like your voice.
What do you know about music? You tone-deaf little shrew.
Sir, let me caution you that slanderous or defamatory comments could result in the forfeiture of all of your rights to this song, as well as the rights of your heirs and any other person or persons to whom you convey said rights in perpetuity.
That's my lawyer. He got a piece of this song, too.
Yes, I'm her lawyer. I got a piece of this song, too.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
And I can't believe that a lot of you guys aren't in Tampa this weekend. It's the first porn camp.
Porn camp?
A weekend-long $4,000 a head seminar that'll cover everything from porn star pay scales to set design to proper web set design, Bob.
I went to one of those porn camps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, China was there. You know,
China, the actress?
The wrestler?
The wrestler.
Oh, the wrestler.
Have you ever seen her naked?
No,
I
I
think she used to be a man.
Yeah, no, she looks like well, yeah, it's not to begin with, and she actually makes it worse.
You know that area down
A lot
there?
of scarring from the surgery.
Not,
that's
but just by itself, Bob, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
I mean, it'd be like chewing on a couple of pig lips.
At last, someone's put a label on it.
Hey, Christy. Christy.
Wow.
You're blaming me.
The next time I ask you to read some news stories, I want you to look around the room.
And pass over anything.
I want you to go, let's see, what would be a...
746 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
I look through the glass, I see Christy Lee, and she's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We'll see afternoon thunderstorms, windy conditions, and a high of 90. Chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Again, high 88. But a great looking weekend, kids. Oh, my. We got so much great weather coming up.
Yay.
Right now, 72.
We deserve it.
Yes.
Coming up on Friday, getting ready for a hot summer, trying to help some folks get some water to pass around in bottles this summer on the streets. A Midwest Food Bank needs you, and we're going to try to help them out. We'll give you all the details. We'll see you Friday on the South Side. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. Thanks very much for joining us. Can you hear it? I can. It's in the air. It's the Ace Cosby joke of the day just around the corner. We'll join Ace, the man, the voice, the legend.
Sadly, you missed the Ace Cosby joke of the day surprise, where he made a... The surprise was, the extra special surprise, the surprise was that Ace talked to Donnie Baker.
Made a guest appearance.
How did you know he was going to
He
talk
had
to
3 lines.
lines?
Maybe lines.
Those were ad-libs.
Ah.
Now, we discussed earlier the fact that what Marlon Brando's in The Godfather for 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Ace was in that last piece for 3 lines, and yet it's probably a Tommy Award-winning appearance.
How about that?
I can tell you this right now. Look forward to a guest appearance by Chick McGee in an upcoming episode of The Donnie Baker Show.
What a look.
Is that right?
That's what I call revenge.
Oh, boy.
Where was I? the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day. You know, I think right now, let's just get right to it. What do you think? Let's just throw caution to the wind and say, ladies and gentlemen, these aren't jokes. These are observations from the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk, brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.
I bet you guys didn't know there's an autopsy club in town.
I did not know that.
Yeah, brand new. It was packed last night. Open mic night.
Evidently, the deceased's name was Mike.
Michael.
Sure, it takes a little addition.
Yeah, sure. And timing is everything. It's crowded.
Yeah.
In fact, hang on a second. Palate cleanser. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, usually brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com, where they say if you don't get your dad Omaha Steaks for Father's Day, what's wrong with you? Okay, sorry. I'm getting really hungry again.
Yeah.
What's the next food day that we have coming up? We had Donut Day Friday.
Lunch?
Hamburger Day was, the previous week. Do you have that list? I need to get that list.
I don't know. I used to have a list. I don't get it anymore.
I bet today's something like Ramaki Day or something.
Ramaki? What is Ramaki?
Food, it's chicken liver and bacon and water chestnut. It's delicious.
Oh, that's
Now, the only two people in this room that are chicken liver people, yours truly and Chick.
That's not true. I am.
Oh, you are? Oh,
yeah,
good.
very much so.
Tom and I have eaten chicken. We put our arms around each other and feed each other.
Oh,
chicken
okay.
liver.
Well, that's
how
I have not done that. Pat, are you a liver guy?
No.
Ace?
I'll eat it.
Okay. What about you, Christy?
Chicken livers?
Yeah.
God, no.
I was instructed.
No way.
I was instructed to go brush my teeth in the middle of lunch.
I bet so.
On Saturday.
Because you had chicken livers.
I was eating chicken liver and crackers, offering them to my two little girls at the time. Who
Dude,
would not touch them.
did you make those at home? Or did you order?
The chicken liver?
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Well, you need to write down something for me.
It's delicious.
You can get chicken livers like in a restaurant.
It was like a
somewhere?
pate.
Kind of like it's like in a sausage roll, and it's like a pate.
I think
guess.
it's regional. I think KFC has them, but I think it's regional.
What is today? June what?
9th.
June 9th,
Well,
Donald Duck. Oh, it's Oh, here we go. National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day.
Oh, I'm a fan. I am a fan.
And
hard no.
the place, Tom, where you get the biscuits and gravy pot pies, they have great strawberry rhubarb pie.
They do? Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I think that's how she started making pies. That was her family recipe.
This is also today. It's National Donald Duck Day. Which
Right.
I guess, what does that mean? No pants?
Oh, tomorrow's iced tea day. You can celebrate.
I'm celebrating right now.
You know what? I like a nice flavored iced tea, like a
Don't you, though?
strawberry
Yeah,
iced
or
tea.
peach.
Or
There's something to
red
look
iced
forward
tea.
to.
Do you get those where you get your dresses?
June 11th is Corn on the Cob Day.
My favorite.
That's coming up.
I love a good corn on the cob. Have you seen the microwave hack? Where you put your corn on the cob in the husk, you throw it in the microwave
Yeah,
for a
you
couple
haven't-
of minutes.
you haven't been doing that?
And then you cut it off and squeeze it, man. It pops right
out.
Great. Really good.
Tell me that again.
The corn in the husk, just like you out in the field, you throw it in the microwave for, I don't know, a couple minutes.
Do you take
minutes, I
you
think.
take the silk out?
No.
you throw it in.
You don't have to
cook
do
it.
anything.
You cook it, and then you
I put a little drops of water on it a little bit.
take it out and cut it, and then squeeze it like a edamame, and it squeezes right off.
You have to wrap it in foil?
Nope.
Wrap it in foil. Really, Josh?
So I'm sorry.
I'm not explaining it again.
Well,
no.
Christy,
Josh.
2 minutes, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. Is it that's per ear?
Yes.
So you have to do. Well, that's not very practical for a party.
Well, then if you're doing
if you're,
for
if
a
you're sadly eating
party.
by yourself, and then when you squeeze the thing and that
You can
that
probably
corn
do 4 or 5
shoots
at a
out like
time.
you know, like
what?
a dildo at Jane Fonda's house.
Not all of us come from a family with a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, some of us are.
Some of us there are a couple people around, just one or two, you know?
You're right. Every
Not like-
dinner at your house is a party.
Yep.
It's just,
Yeah. So isn't that what you want in life?
Well,
No.
all the time, no.
Are you insane?
Okay. Well, I thought we would
All
celebrate.
you do is cut off the bottom, and as he said, you just squeeze it, and it comes right out.
They
Silk-
sell-
you don't get any
Shoots right
silk.
out like a ping pong ball at a strip club.
Yep. That's
What is it,
exactly
19? Tom, that's very good.
It does say it's probably not the most efficient way to do this if you're cooking more than 1 or 2 ears.
Well, no
Well,
kidding.
The most efficient way is to buy the shucked corn.
I beg your pardon.
That's
You
right.
mean-
He's
you
got
mean
a point.
the Green Giant frozen bags of corn?
No, he means
No, they have
that
shucked corn.
They have it in with the plastic wrap on
Oh,
it.
an extra 19 cents? Good
Yeah.
Lord.
It's been sitting there airing out, rotting.
You guys are eating it like Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Actually, you need to you microwave the corn for 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Oh, so
Paul,
wow,
we've
it's-
got corn.
Takes forever. We have some corn.
Takes for 4 minutes is forever to cook
corn tributes.
Oh, jeez.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I love these. Song about driving through the Midwest. Here we go.
Corn, 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 corn. Everywhere there's lots of boring corn. Driving all day through green corn walls. I'm going insane. Who is going to eat it all? Corn, 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 corn. Give me a shotgun, please.
Okay.
I have ears as far as you can see, but no one will hear me scream.
Okay, that's Sean Morey's version.
Yes.
Now,
Oh, Sean, is it?
independent.
Who stole from who?
No. I think it's what is the word they use for this?
Now, this is the good
Parallel
version.
thought.
Plagiarism?
Coming up, this is a good version.
parallel development, I believe is the term.
That's right.
I need a palate cleanser. after that.
Here we go.
Mississippi River,
Here we go.
It's got an intro.
Davenport. Corn, 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 corn. What's that smell? Corn, 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 corn. Iowa City. Corn, 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 corn. Look, a tree. Corn, corn, corn. Des Moines. Corn, 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 corn. There's that smell again. Corn, corn, corn. Council Bluffs. Missouri River.
Haywood Banks and his corn tribute.
The tour of Iowa.
And then we have the amalgam, if you will, the what's that called? Mashup, I
Yes.
believe you call it, Josh.
Yeah.
The mashup.
Sour mash.
What? There's another. We're going to do a third version?
This is Sean Morey and Haywood together through the magic of electricity. Here we go.
Corn, 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 corn. Everywhere there's lots of boring corn. What's that smell? Corn, 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 corn. Give me a shotgun, please.
And then, yes. And then sadly, Sean was shot.
That's a shame.
I want to hear your new song. Dig, 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 dig. When we come
I
back,
didn't know the mics were still
we
on.
have yet another corn tribute. So when is Corn Day?
The 11th.
Of
June.
Today's strawberry, not
Rhubarb
really a
pie
pie
day.
day.
Strawberry rhubarb pie, very good.
Have you ever had strawberry rhubarb
Oh,
pie?
it's like grass, right?
No,
Grass.
God, no.
Strawberry
Not at
grass.
all.
No.
Sweet.
You know what? Maybe I don't have time to run over there today.
You can go.
Go get one. You can leave now.
Really?
You can take my car. I don't care.
Getting Along with Coworkers, a pamphlet by Tom Griswold.
Go ahead.
An index card.
Belittle them and make them feel like they're
Coming up, what you
should be
don't want to
glad
name your
have a
baby.
job.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Tom would be starting.
number one wine in the world. At least for one category.
Number one, wine. Number one, no question, wine in the world.
There's some contest. I don't know anything about it, but we'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, Chick McGee speaking. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. It is Tuesday, June 9th, and don't forget you can be watching Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom show tonight. Why sit back and watch the news when you can watch some fun happenings from the Bob and Tom Show? It's Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The black man whose death has inspired a worldwide reckoning over racial injustice will be buried today in Houston, carried home in a horse-drawn carriage. George Floyd, who was 46 when he was killed, will be laid to rest next to his mother. The funeral will be private. A public memorial service was held Monday in Houston, where he grew up. Some 6,000 people attended. Tropical storm Cristobal could soon renew its strength by uniting with another storm system coming from the west to form one giant cyclone. After drenching much of the south, forecasters now expect the remnants of Cristobal to bring fierce winds, heavy rain, and thunderstorms to much of the Midwest today. And in Copenhagen at the zoo, one of its giant male pandas on loan from China escaped its enclosure yesterday, roamed the park a while before staffers were able to sedate it and get it back in its cage. The panda crawled up a metal pole, crawled into a garden while the zoo was closed. It was captured, returned before the park opened to the public. The zoo now says it is increasing security around the pandas to make sure this doesn't happen again. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Why do birds fly south?
I don't know. Why do birds fly south?
It's too far to walk.
I love it. Love it.
That's one of those old-timer jokes, isn't it?
Yeah, humor in uniform.
Yeah, Reader's Digest.
You go up to the general
1956.
store and you go, hey, take a Lorraine, and they go, eventually.
I love it. Love that
Cram it, pal.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Today is every Monday, a morning college lecture. Taking notes on Socrates and other useless crap. From Kierkegaard to Nietzsche and all those stupid douchebags who couldn't find their asses with a flashlight and a map. I've heard it all before. I failed this class last year. I know exactly what this lecture needs. A wet t-shirt contest with the girls from Master Beta, the Kappas and the Thetas, and that redhead in my row. We'll spray them with cold water, they'll jiggle and read Plato. I'll cheer them on as Aristotle Jr. starts to grow. That's when I wake up. Monday mornings suck. Monday mornings really suck. It's another Monday morning, our weekly office meeting. I'm very much hungover and this room is really bright. My dumbass boss starts talking about how to cut expenses. I should have stayed in bed and tapped that girl I met last night. I've heard this crap before. I should raise my hand. I know exactly what this meeting needs. A wet t-shirt contest with the ladies from accounting, plus all the secretaries and that one girl I don't know. Jump on the conference table, we'll spray them with cold water. Their shirts become transparent and their tatas start to show. That's when I wake up. Monday mornings suck. Monday mornings really suck.
There. 801 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Having a snack, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peanut butter pretzels?
Peanuts. No,
Oh.
peanuts this time.
Now, Christy Lee,
Yes, sir.
You're not eating right now.
No, you just missed me.
Okay, I know you're
I was eating peanut butter pretzels.
but I'm glad that you're standing in that puddle because
Right there?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you know what to do if you're injured at work?
Oh, yeah, I just reached for a hammer.
Oh, that would be completely wrong. I'm going to give you a break here.
That's not true, though,
No,
Christy.
that's
A
not
hammer's
true at
good for
all.
nails, not work injuries.
Right.
So.
That's your line. Yeah,
Yeah, she's not ready. That's right, Tom.
Nope. Work injuries are complex.
I'll take care of it from here. I thought you'd be the one that wouldn't be ready, Josh, since you weren't here. The right answer is our friends Galitko and Daly, the work injury lawyers. How do you find them? Well, you find them by going to IndianaWorkers.com. Why? Because they always have the right answer when you're injured at work, because they go to work when you can't. Galitko and Daly, OSHA trained and ready to rock on your case. So once again, just remember, all you got to remember is IndianaWorkers.com, and Galitko and Daly can help you out. That's Galitko and Daly. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Everybody seems to be in their place.
We got a problem.
What? Uh-oh. We don't have that kind of time, but what is it?
Go ahead and introduce everyone.
Well, the problem might be solved by the time they get done, so.
No.
Uh-oh. This must be real.
It is real. I wouldn't say that if it weren't real.
Chick McGee's across the way. I can see him at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. We have a story coming up about the world of super fancy wine.
Yeah.
You'll be very surprised when you hear this one. Crazy Cock Wine comes in the can, and it's terrific. And ask your liquor store when they're going to start carrying it. Josh Arnold's over there in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. He's got the very fancy chair that's part orange.
Oh, I love it.
Ace Cosby, of course, in the omahasteaks.com Ace Cosby joke of the day chair. Did I mention that Pat Goddard is around the corner over there?
You have now, yeah, right here.
And it's the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk where you'll find Christy Lee. And when that phone rings, it is the track phone hotline. Now, Christy, what's the problem?
Well, apparently Jeff Oskey, who works behind the scenes, has just sent me something. There's apparently someone on a dating website called Zeusk.
Okay.
And they're using my photograph.
Oh.
Which is just what I need right
Clothed?
now.
Well, they want a lot of hits.
Well, of course, it's just it's like a little headshot. You can see it's just.
What's the name they're using?
It just says beautifully friendly.
Well, I would agree with that.
Well, thank you.
You might get lucky here.
But it's not me. I don't. I am already in a relationship. I don't need this kind of attention.
Keep him on his toes, you know.
Ugh.
There you go, chick.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
All right. Well,
also, speaking of Oskey, he pulled a Tom Griswold this morning.
How do you do that?
Well, I came in, and I went and did my little Chick says we record our little news, and I walk in and I go, Jeff, I didn't think you were here. I thought you were still sitting in your car because I swear your car's running.
Left the car running, did he?
Yep.
That'll happen.
He goes, well, I don't think I did. And he looks around and he goes, I don't see my key.
Cars are so quiet today, you can't tell if they're on or not.
It's crazy.
And then when you turn them off, the lights stay on for a couple minutes.
Sure.
It's very confusing. I never know.
You are like an unfrozen caveman person. You know that? You're just, what's going on? I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah,
well, these cars are quiet.
I'm just a caveman.
I don't know anything.
If you talk to various people and the firemen, et cetera, there are people who are they arrive home, they put their car in the garage, they can't tell that it's on, leave it on, and they end up dead.
Well,
that's a
house fills with carbon monoxide.
I've said before. If you
here's Pat with a song about it.
Dead guy in the middle of the garage.
Stinking hive.
You've been working on that fish song?
Yeah, done. Yeah.
Oh, it's done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me give the background.
Inspired me.
Fish song. What are you? 18 minutes?
No,
we have 3 days.
Christy found the story yesterday about a guy that there's actually photographs
There's
of
a guy in China who had blue tilapia lodged in his rectum.
No, the tilapia was blue in color. I want to make sure that this wasn't like a
well, of course.
sensual.
Jesus.
The tilapia prior to the
He
insertion.
had to have it surgically removed.
I'll have a blue.
So the point is, this guy crammed a fish up his rear end.
Yeah, and he had to go to the hospital to get it removed surgically.
And of course he told the doctors he sat on it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell the doctors he was deliberately.
1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Oh, if you could sit on a fish, that's a skill. That's not going to happen. It can't happen.
Wow.
Wouldn't you just sit him down and go, look?
Yes. If I were the doctor, sir, no, you didn't.
You're lying.
Yeah, you're
we had
lying.
the guy yesterday that had.
We love you, and it's okay, and we're going to help you, but you're lying.
The guy yesterday that had his urethra, he'd crammed a cell phone charger cord in there.
It's urethra.
What did I say?
Not urethra.
Oh, sorry.
She sang.
did R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
She was a good singer, though.
Aretha Franklin?
I'm sorry. Could we get back to
R-E-S-P-P-P.
So you have a song about the guy with the fish and the keister?
Well, Chick inspired this, yeah.
Oh, really?
Let's hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. I've heard of a gerbil stuck fucking a man, and I've seen photos of a light bulb rammed in a can. There's one thing I can't understand is a tilapia in the wrong hole. Dead fish in the middle of a bum. There's a dead fish in the middle of a bum. There's a dead fish in the middle of a bum, and it's stinking to high heaven. Woo!
All right.
Yikes.
Nice tribute to Loudon Wainwright III.
Excellent.
Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Now, where were we? I know
We've
we were
been
talking with
teasing this
Christy.
wine story all day. We might as well get to that. A Mexican wine has won this year's International Cabernet Competition.
Tequila flavored?
It's a 2013 Cabernet Sauvignon from Vinos Don Leo. This competition takes place in France every year, and it is pretty incredible. They have French sommeliers that blind test wines from 25 countries to make their selection. I actually know someone who has been to this. The award-winning wine.
Of course you do.
He's a sommelier, and he was on my
I know
podcast.
I know
Of course he is.
You know, Arthur.
Humble brag.
Anyway, the award-winning wine costs about $45. Sales of the wine almost exclusive to Mexico, but that may change as it continues to earn international awards. I bet I can just imagine the reaction of these guys when the French sommeliers when they found out they were like not French wines.
You simply must go. You have to go and watch this in person.
Oh, yeah.
It's a delicious wine, but I don't understand why there's a worm in the bottom of the glass. That's great.
I'd be interested to try it.
Yeah, so wines from all over the world. now.
$45. That's
I like
a great
I
deal.
like the blindfolded test though. That
Me
way,
too.
That way they're not.
Oh,
They're not
they blindfold.
swayed.
I thought they blinded them.
No, they're not blind.
Oh, they put a blindfold. Yeah, that's
now
a lot
back in the
better.
day
Yeah.
in Rome, they used to.
Sure. The committed judges would get
Yeah,
blind.
yeah,
for that.
sure. You know, they already got the guys to cut their balls off to sing.
Oh, I see you're a judge. That's right.
Well, that's nice.
It's great. It's very exciting for this winery
What if you
in
get
Mexico.
those? What if you get the men and women that do that tasting to test things like White Claw versus the other?
There's so many of those hard ciders now. My goodness.
Is White Claw considered to be a hard cider?
I
seltzer?
think seltzer, hard seltzer, whatever it is.
I know at the neighborhood pool, it's a big hit.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well,
it's the big thing.
Milk.
Now there's High Noon and there's
Guessing
Truly
a
and
lot
there's
of-
Bud
lot of-
Seltzer and there's all kinds of them.
A lot of Karens there.
A lot of trophy wives enjoying their.
Well, and then for one thing, I had to call him
Their
twice
husbands
before
or-
he delivered my car. I don't know.
You guys have a pool over there, or do you go over here across the
You got a
street?
pool or a pond?
There's a pool in the. I got a neighbor. I
What do you
live.
got? You got a pool
I live
in a pond?
Three,
What do you got,
three
you got a
houses
lake?
down.
You live over there in Bryan.
I didn't know there was a pool there. I knew you had a little golf course.
3 houses down from the neighborhood pool. It's the best.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah. Pool, pond, anything would be good for me.
Do you have a neighborhood pool, Christy?
Oh, I don't live in a neighborhood.
What do you mean you don't live in a neighborhood?
I live on a street that's not part of a neighborhood.
Yeah, that's the best. I'm sorry. This is my opinion. Chick McGee speaking. 2020, best day of my life when I moved away from a neighborhood association.
Yeah, I'm not paying any dues.
No thanks.
However,
people.
there is a community pool about 6 houses down.
Do you ever go there?
No, I don't belong there.
She's
you have
not
to
allowed.
belong.
You don't belong.
She's too short.
No.
They'd have
Oh, really?
Yeah.
short.
people.
Zion Aqua.
Here's Pat with the song.
You can't be on the diamond board, so there's no reason to go to the pool.
Yeah, that's right.
Just clog up the shallow end.
You ever pee in the pool?
Of course, I've peed in a pool.
Off
I'll
the diving
admit.
board?
Are you peeing?
No,
Are you peeing
that would
right
be
now?
weird. Am I peeing right now?
I asked
No,
you first.
You pee in the pool off the diving board, you're going to get uninvited to the neighborhood pool.
that's true.
I'm just saying.
Chick, you ever ejaculated in a pool? It is something. I mean, it
goes
have
everywhere,
not.
yeah.
It's like smoke.
Are
It does
you-
not.
What?
Is that right?
Yes.
Wait a second. I'm
Wait
sorry.
a minute.
So you've done this?
interesting.
Yes.
Okay, we can stop the discussion. I don't want to hear this.
It was my girlfriend. She
She did
it.
No, we'll never.
It was her fault.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
we
were
should.
just
She
standing
did it,
there.
Mom.
Right.
Wow. Thank God it was during Adult Swim. A little
I'll
awkward.
tell you this. It's
You know, there are people that have private
little awkward
pools.
trying to
it's much
explain
more
it.
difficult to transact in the pool than you would think it is. It's
Well, water
stupid.
creates friction.
It's
yeah.
stupid difficult. You go up on the land.
How do you even know this?
Yeah,
Could
that
I-
having sex in a hot tub isn't all it's wrapped up to be, is it?
Boy, that's an instant STD, isn't it?
sweaty.
Isn't that what they used to say? Sex in the-
Dry. No, you don't want to do that.
You got a song about that, Pat?
I will in a second.
I'm sorry, hang on a second. Did Chrissy say dry?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
It is kind of
Dry beaver in a
Explain
hot
it.
tub.
Excuse me. Decorum. Coming up, this is a fascinating. We have a bunch of science stuff. The first story involves
Science.
Dogs apparently can detect coronavirus by smelling your armpits. In a major study, between 83 and 100% of the time, the dogs had success.
Well,
Whoa,
sure.
no kidding.
Well, they can play poker. Of course they can smell disease.
Fine, this is from the Science Times. This is legit.
The Science Times sounds fake, though.
We're at the Science Times, and we say that it's
Well, they have to
Daffy
be a
Duck Day.
trained dog. It's not just your golden retriever, right?
Oh, God, my golden retrievers, no. Only thing they can tell if your armpits is if you rub them in steak. My new dog is hilarious. I'll say, what would you like for lunch? And she looks at me and she goes, I'd like a BLT. Can you please hold the lettuce? In fact, hold the bread. Just give me the bacon. So like a triple bacon BLT, no lettuce. I want to remind you real quick that April 15th has gone. But the tax deadline moved this year, of course, because of the coronavirus.
Heck yeah.
Everybody got that extension. So guess what?
What?
July 15th, it's coming back around.
Mm-hmm.
I bring this up because the Government Accountability Office, the GAO, is warning people that fraud is big right now, bigger than ever, as a matter of fact.
It's an oxymoron, isn't it? Government accountability. We'll be back with more.
You're helping.
Oh, boy.
Where was I? Oh, I know. Cybercrime. It's bigger than ever. The cyber criminals have a lot of free time, and they're spending all of it stealing from people. LifeLock is a leader in identifying theft that's going on out there, so you might want to check into LifeLock. It's very inexpensive. LifeLock detects a wide range of identity threats, like your social security number, for sale on the dark web. So check it out. It's very inexpensive. We've got a special offer coming up. If you become a victim of identity theft, LifeLock can help you restore your identity. No one can identify all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you might miss on your own. So join now and save up to 25% on your first year. Go to LifeLock.com/Tom25. You could save 25%. It's very inexpensive to start with. Now it's even cheaper. LifeLock.com/Tom25 for 25% off your first year. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Kostaki Economopoulos. Also coming up, comedian Bert Kreischer. Bert is doing a drive-in cinema tour.
How cool is that?
For some live comedy at the drive-in. We'll find out about that from Bert as well. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hey, it's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. What are you talking about? Well, keep it right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. We roll right into Bob and Tom's work farce, all the fun without really too much effort. You just sit back and listen. Ace Cosby, your host. Keep your smile going all day while you keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to. So you listen to laughs and fun with Bob and Tom right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Why go anywhere else?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Bonnie Pointer, a Grammy-winning founding member of the Pointer Sisters, who was essential to the group's early success, but left the group before most of their biggest hits, died yesterday of cardiac arrest in Los Angeles at the age of 69. The four Pointer sisters, Ruth, Anita, Bonnie, and June, grew up singing in church in Oakland, California, where their dad was a minister. But it was Bonnie who, shortly after graduating high school, who first wanted to move out of the church and into clubs to pursue a professional singing career. She convinced her younger sister June to join her, and the two began doing gigs as a duo in 1969. Eventually, they'd convince their two older sisters, who were already married with children, to join them, and success was theirs. And it wasn't buried, but it was a treasure. Finally, after more than a decade, it's been found. The man who created the bounty says the man who found the bronze chest filled with gold, jewels, and other valuables worth more than $1 million. Forrest Fenn, a famed art collector, is the man who assembled the treasure. He's not saying who found it, but he describes himself from being back east and found the chest a few days ago. The discovery confirmed by the photograph that a man sent in. The Thrill of the Chase was an autobiography poem that was published in 2010, where he posted clues to the treasure's whereabouts. Since then, hundreds of thousands have hunted for the treasure chest all over the western part of the United States. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Those peanut butter pretzels are the best.
Oh, they are.
8:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, join us for the show, won't you?
Hi, how you doing, guys?
Quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We'll see afternoon thunderstorms, windy conditions, and a high of 90. Scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, low 73. And Wednesday, chance for showers and thunderstorms, windy, and a high of 88. Right now, the CarX man says it's 73 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy. Let's get back to the action. Coming up, news about Friday that's important. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. And let's see who is here with us. Well, we have a new visitor from outer space. We'll meet shortly.
Outer space.
We're going to beam him in with the Zoom.
They both look like made guys in the mafia. Maybe I've been watching mob movies too much.
Yeah.
There's Pat, and then there's the casual mobster.
Kostaki's hair isn't greased back enough.
And,
like
well,
Pat's.
he's casual, though, in his tracksuit. That's the way. The Don's.
The Don doesn't wear shorts.
That's right.
Ace Cosby's over there. He's our engineer. Chick McGee's at the sports desk. There's Josh. I'm Tom. Christy Lee's over there. Pat Godwin has joined us with his guitar, and he's in the other building, but we got the camera hooked up. And there's Kostaki Economopoulos. Hey, Kostaki, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning, everybody.
It was a great pleasure to see you.
Yeah,
sir.
it's good to see you.
What else is going on?
The space thing is kind of a funny reference. It's a pretty good time to leave Earth.
No kidding. Now, you're in Los Angeles, I assume, judging by the fact that it's the same painting behind you.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm home. I'm home in L.A. I've been home in L.A. for quite some time now.
Now, I understand that you do have a stand-up comedy gig coming up, if I'm not mistaken, Charlotte, North Carolina, the Hounds Drive-In.
Release the Hounds!
No, that's not me. I don't know. That's a different guest.
Oh, that's Bert.
Oh, that's
sorry.
Is that Bert?
Yeah, Bert Kreischer's at the drive-in.
Never hand me something before it gets
I would like to
coming
see Bert Kreischer at a drive-in. That's fun.
Yeah, that's really fun.
out. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Bert's got 4 of these coming up.
Going to be a party, yeah.
Oh, let me see. Let's now Kostaki on the same page.
Take 2.
What have you got, Kostaki? Oh, you've got your Facebook Live at 9 on Wednesday nights.
That's
9,
right.
9 Eastern.
Wednesday is Fantasy Throwback. It's a fantasy football game show. And then Thursday, I'm doing a thing called 50 Toasts. And this week I have Al Jackson.
All right.
And next week, Todd McComas. So we're having some good conversations over there.
So the toast thing, how does this work?
It's a one-on-one thing. I did a thing a few years ago called 50 Lunches where I tried to talk to 50 friends over the course of a year. And it was one of the great things I ever did. So this is the virtual version. So I get a chance to catch up with one friend per week.
So when you did the lunch thing, were you actually having lunch with 50 different people?
Yeah, I did it in New York City, and it was the best thing I did. It was just a great excuse every week to get out there and see a friend I haven't seen him forever.
So the toast thing is BYO?
Yeah. Well, I was pitching this to a friend of mine. He goes, I love the idea of 50 lunches, but eating lunch sucks on Zoom. So we changed it to toasts.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, eating on
have
the
a
radio is really irritating.
Yes,
Chick.
right.
I'm sorry, I'm having a nice sandwich over here with some garlic mayonnaise. And
Kostaki, you've been exploring various topics. I really enjoyed your state slogans, country slogans, all very, very good.
Yeah, we did city slogans. We did the whole range. Today, totally different. If you're up for it. Superstitions.
Oh, good. I love these.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 21st century. Enough with the horseshoes and the 13th floor already. It's time to move as a culture towards the truth. Scientology.
Yes.
All right. Joke number 1, everybody. A 4-leaf clover is, of course, supposed to be lucky. This has got to be the only genetic mutation that's considered good luck. You never see a 3-armed kid named Lucky. That's not.
No, you don't.
Right.
A blind dog with a limp, right? Isn't that lucky, Tom? Did you get that fact? Yeah.
A rabbit's foot. Good luck. Well, it depends on your point of view. Try asking the rabbit. Look, your foot's dangling from the dash of my Honda. You lucky badger.
Now, did they really use real rabbit's feet back in the day?
I think they did.
Yeah,
both.
Yeah,
I think
it's an old school talisman from way back.
Now,
right.
when that fad of having on a car, when they had car antennas that stuck up and in the, what was it, the raccoon tail?
Oh yeah.
Did that cause the slaughter of raccoons everywhere when it went on 50s television?
I don't know.
I mean the coonskin cap?
Well,
I know
that
did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I imagine.
Well, you
yes.
could put a raccoon tail on your aerial now, and Oh, that's right. None of us have antennas on
Well,
our
I
car.
have one car with one.
You have an antenna on one of your cars?
Yeah, Figgy. She has an antenna.
I'm sure things will pick up for you, Christine.
Now, when you go through the car wash, do you have to take it
Oh,
down?
I would never take her through the car wash.
Oh,
First of
God,
all.
no.
But it does have a button. I mean, it will go. It
She has
retracts.
a specially designed.
it retracts. Nice.
A specially designed sponge that she wears on her bottoms that she
Yeah,
rubs
that's
herself
exactly
all over
right.
the car to clean it. You've seen the pictures.
Sure, yeah.
I like the hand washer. Yeah.
Okay, I love
wrong
hand
with that?
washing.
Hand wash, muff wash. The thing is that Figaro gets clean.
It's like a Brillo.
Figaro
kind of.
gets
Nature's Brillo.
Sorry, Figaro she has a car called a Figaro, Kostaki. It's like this little tiny toy car.
Oh, I've seen pictures. I love it. It's great.
Thank you. On this one.
I love her. Sorry. If you break a mirror, that means 7 years bad luck. That's pretty steep. 7 years? What is this, mandatory sentencing? What's happening? Is there a powerful mirror lobby? Here's a classic. Step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Yeah,
well,
where did that start?
That makes for a relaxing walk home from school.
Jeez, no kidding.
Don't you still do
Outrunning
that?
bullets.
I still do that.
Yeah, I still do that. I'll be in a certain
yes.
mode, and all of a sudden, wait a second, you got to avoid.
Yeah. Don't step on the crack.
I'll change the rules, though.
You're deranged, is why you do it. You're insane.
Oh, you never do that?
No.
You never have a system where you have to do things?
No, I have many superstitions. If I'm in a building with an elevator, if I'm going to the 7th floor, I hit the button 7 times.
Really?
You know, things like that.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you still doing the shower thing?
I do the shower every morning. In the shower, I turn on the shower. I think to myself, "How are you going to keep them down on the farm?" And I hit the shower. I've been doing that.
He got me doing that for a while.
Years and years and years. You'll start doing it.
What was the phrase? What's
How
that?
you going to keep them? How you going to keep them down on the farm? I don't know.
It's
why
based on an old song.
I don't know why I started saying
How are you
it.
going
I
to keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris?
You can psychologically review it all you want. I don't know. It's just nonsense in my head.
Interesting. Yeah, all right.
You got to be careful with associations of certain things.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
Yeah, that's right.
I like to have my volume at an odd number.
Oh, no. Everything has to be an even
Same
number.
here. I'm an even guy.
Even number.
Yeah.
Odd numbers.
Temperatures.
Oh, yeah. The
Cruise control.
Temperatures
everything.
have to be even. Absolutely.
Even numbers.
Yes.
My goodness.
Do you have the one where you drive by that one building, the whole side of it's mirrors?
Yeah, I live right by there.
And you have to, when you have to go by, you have to look at yourself in the mirror as your car goes by.
Oh, yeah.
I bet
And if
you
if a truck blocks it, you're going to have bad luck. You got to get off at the next exit. Okay, maybe it's just me.
Oh, you got to get off at the next exit and come back around and try to do it again?
Of course. Do you
What
ever-
about 13?
Do you avoid?
I don't do
Do you
that.
avoid going certain ways because you don't want to drive by certain things?
Yes. Yes, I avoid certain situations because I want to avoid certain people.
I don't like to turn left, so I'll go out of my way not to turn left.
That's right.
Well, I don't like it.
I
No
only
left
turn
turns.
right.
Well, Kostaki, you can't go left because you're at your socialist meetings with Stalin.
And remember,
No,
Pol
I
Pot.
mean-
two rights do not make a wrong.
No.
3 rights make a left.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks. I'm sorry, Kostaki, back to your superstition.
All right, so the 13th floor thing, like 80% of high rises lack a 13th floor.
Yep.
Do the evil spirits really not know what floor it really is?
I know, it is silly.
You can trick them that easily. Maybe we shouldn't worry too much about their powers. A girl standing under mistletoe cannot refuse a kiss to anyone who claims the privilege.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a pre-Me Too movement.
It sure is. Yeah. Yeah.
If you blow out the candles on your birthday cake with the first puff, you get your wish.
Yes.
Especially if you wish for everyone to catch your cold.
Or the COVID.
Yeah, they say that's a very big thing now is not doing the candle blowout and
Here he goes.
I think that's best.
You're supposed to make a cupcake.
And Josh has an amazing invention that makes absolutely no sense that he'd like
No,
to share
it'll
with
work. It'll work. You'll see. As I'm laughing my way to the bank.
It's what a giant plexiglass dome that goes over the cake.
Giant. It
With
fits
many,
over the
many
cake
holes.
well.
With
Many
holes for the candles.
Yeah, there's indentions where you can put the candles so that you can blow out the candles and then just remove the thing. The cover.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so the candles go in the cover. They don't go through the cover into the
No,
cake.
they do not go through the cover into the cake.
They're not in the cake at all.
Right.
All right.
Well, if you don't penetrate, doesn't count.
But what's the difference? You're still
know
blowing.
that.
So the air's still moving around?
Yeah, but
No,
not on the cake.
It's not on the frosting.
You're not going to
Not
actually
on the
spit
cake.
on the cake.
Well, what if you're... okay.
Hey, you guys, douse all you want.
You ever vomit on a birthday cake?
No.
No one's
When
ever-
Robert Hershevek and I are making millions a year.
Bobby H.
What else you got, Kostaki?
It's bad luck to see the bride on the wedding day.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad luck exactly, but you're going to see her so much after that.
Whatever I've been doing, I got to change everything.
Last
third
day
time, they never ended. Okay.
The spouse who goes to sleep first on the wedding night will be the first to die. Have you ever heard that?
I have not heard that.
I haven't
Nor
either.
have I.
Now it's a waiting game. You're slurping coffee and staring at each other.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Slipping her sleeping
Now,
pills.
Christy, you've had this on 3 different occasions. Do you recall?
No, I don't remember.
Chick, you remember?
Well, I think you ask any reputable insurance actuary. I'm
Probably the guy.
I'm on borrowed time, no matter who the hell I marry.
Yeah, you were sleeping during the ceremony.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have
Some would
said
say
I do.
I was definitely sleeping on the wedding night. If you know what I mean. There's no bad sex.
Yeah,
is
Chick,
what
you're
I'm
like
saying.
140 in people years.
Oh yeah.
Kostaki, I have never
been
heard
rode
that.
hard.
Me either.
There's another one that's weird that I've never. If 3 people are photographed together, the one in the middle will die first. Like, who writes this stuff?
I
flip
like
through the
that
photo
one.
album. Sleep tight. Yeah,
I've never. I don't need to have more things to worry about like this.
Remember, I told you too about the hat on the bed. That's
Yes, I heard that one.
Hat on the bed, death in the family.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now I won't even put a hat on the couch now. In
Yeah.
case
You leave your hat on your head. Yeah, you got to.
Sometimes you sleep on the couch. That's
Oh yeah.
If you use a pencil to take a test that you used when studying for the test, the pencil will remember the answers.
you know something that does definitely not work. I can prove that.
That does sound something like you believed and tried many times.
Yeah,
work.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried it with the same brain and it doesn't work. That's
You know what they do say is true. If you study for an exam drunk, you should take the test drunk. They say,
Come on.
I'm not making this up. They,
Well, that's what Josh did for his driver's test.
I'm a genius.
The first 3 times.
That's a great idea.
No, they say the way that your brain retains information is in the state you want to be in the same state as.
What liquor store was that the motto of?
It's true. It's
college wives' tale.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
Okay, all right.
Poor Josh. He's
I believe
so
you, Josh.
passionate.
No, I mean,
Sounds interesting to me.
my D minuses speak for themselves.
This is that guy in college that knew everything about beer, or the guy that knew everything about pot. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
I remember that guy.
Smoke fish, you'll get an A on the exam. Yeah, I read this whole book high.
Bad luck will follow the spilling of salt unless a pinch is thrown over the left shoulder.
Very
I
common.
do that. I throw the pinch. I throw the pinch of
You
salt
do?
over just
Wait,
in case.
I don't do
But
that.
the last part here, I didn't know. Into the face of the devil.
Oh,
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
If the face of the devil is waiting over your shoulder, spilling the salt is not your biggest problem.
No, the devil doesn't appear until the salt is spilled.
Oh, is that right?
Everybody knows that.
All right.
Devil loves
Do your research, Kostaki.
Yeah, because the heat's always making popcorn, and he needs salt for the popcorn.
You see, it all
There
makes
is.
sense.
There it is.
Have a couple drinks and study for your test, dude.
That's right.
Cover your mouth when you yawn, or your soul can go out of your body.
Uh-oh.
I've heard that about sneezing, about the soul
right.
leaving you. Yeah.
Right.
well, that
right.
explains Tom.
Thank you, Christy. I just yawned without covering my mouth.
Sure did.
Here's a couple of weird ones. A frog brings good luck to a house that it enters.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you know, if a frog can easily leap into your house, you could use a little good luck.
Well, I tell you what, it's
buy a-
not good
buy a
for your
screen
outdoor
door.
cushions.
A screen door.
How about this one? A dried body of a frog worn in a silk bag around your neck averts epilepsy.
Well, everybody knows that. Yeah.
Dating.
And friends. Yeah, right.
Now, Kostaki, we had a news item the other day. I believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, they're auctioning off the papers of Sir Isaac Newton. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
And, obviously came up with the concept of gravity. Good work.
He invented gravity.
And,
Yeah, but he had interesting theories about toads.
he thought that to cure the plague, he thought, what was it again, that you took a toad, hung it upside down, and took their vomit, turned it into powder, and inhaled it. I'm not kidding. I mean,
We don't know if it may
Maybe
have
it
worked.
worked.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm skeptical.
You don't know.
Let's talk to a virologist and see. I don't.
Well, the
think-
plague did end, right?
Yeah.
We don't know
Thank
what,
you, Kostaki.
yeah, we don't know what kind of toad. We don't know how you make a toad vomit. There are a lot of variables to this experiment that
I have heard so much about how much work he got done during the quarantine in the last couple of months. I bet he didn't have a toddler. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, the other weird toad story that we had, if I'm not mistaken, was
the Spanish
the porno guy.
Yeah, the porn star that died licking toad venom or something.
Did you ever hear about this one, Kostaki? This guy's
I did actually. Yeah,
a Spanish porn guy, and he was part of some ritual.
Some shaman was trying to get him. He got him to take this toad venom, and
I guess they burned the toad and inhaled the vapor, and the guy just dropped dead doing it.
Yikes!
Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
You got to break some eggs.
The reason I still to this day haven't tried cocaine is because of Lynn Bias. It's the same thing,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Oh, man.
Cautionary tale.
Every once in a while, it goes completely wrong.
Right.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, here's
I
the
agree.
article. It's the name is also unfortunate. It's called the Bufu
no, that's right.
alvarius toad.
That's a tough name.
But somebody had to give him that name. He was born with it. A scientist decided
Snicker.
we're going to call him the Bufu whatever. Exactly what
This
they
will
were
make
doing.
our American friends laugh.
Yeah, it was named after licking the thing. Yeah,
Our guest is Kostaki Economopoulos, and are we getting near the closer?
I think we're here. I got to go. I think you get what you give in life, and I think you make your own luck by being a good person and working hard. But as an experiment, I got a pocket full of 4-leaf clovers and rabbits' feet and frogs' bodies, and I'm going to break a mirror with a black cat under a ladder on the 13th floor just to see what happens.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm hanging some mistletoe on the small of my back, so the face of the devil could kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
So now the devil's a woman.
Nicely done.
Tied it all together. Very good, Kostaki. And once again, Kostaki, if I want to get this right, coming up Wednesday night at your Facebook Live event at 9 o'clock. And people find you by going, what is it, COSTAKI, various social media platforms. Okay.
Yeah, you can find me.
Everything's-
Wednesday nights and Thursday nights, every week at 9 p.m.
So do you have any live events yet scheduled?
I did the one, which I loved. It was great, but you know, it was all populated by friends and my mom's friends, and you know, you can't do it very often.
Well, that's awkward.
He's so funny.
Your mom's friends, that's got to be weird.
My mom's friends are great. I have to say, they're awesome.
You ever hook up with any?
Yeah, your mom have any
back in the day?
hot
You know what? You know what? There's several of them are lesbian math teachers, so they're not really my demo.
Okay.
2 + 2 = 7. Am I right?
Several of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's-
mom was a math teacher for years, and so.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good for you. I didn't know that.
His mom was a lesbian. Okay.
His mom was not a lesbian.
It's mom's friend.
Oh.
And
Mom's
even
friend.
if she
Mom's
is, no
friends.
big deal.
Right.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's right.
Hey, Kostaki, my mom was a gym teacher.
So guess
Yeah.
Is
what?
that right?
Get a load of this.
What do you mean get a load of this?
And didn't you have your mom have a friend that she insisted you call her your aunt? And
No.
she was always at family functions. And yeah.
Wept like no one else at her funeral.
See what I have to live with, Kostaki. It's just
Every
Thank you, Kostaki. Very funny stuff.
Thank you, guys.
Very
Love you,
interesting, too.
Kostaki.
See you, man.
I had never heard that thing about the falling asleep and the thing about the
spouse?
3 people in a
Yeah, I never have
picture.
either.
That's going to ruin.
Everything
Yeah,
for you.
3 people in a picture.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
We've all done
Yeah,
that a
you've
lot.
got 2 daughters, and you get pictures taken all the time.
I bet
Are
you're
you
in the
middle?
I have 4 daughters.
Well, I mean, but
does it
in the
count?
house right now, that
No, they're usually. I take pictures of them. I don't have to be in them.
Yeah.
People keep going, who's the old guy in the middle? I thought their grandfather was dead. Oh.
Aw.
You know something? Speaking of fathers,
Yes.
it's
Big Daddy.
As Kostaki just said, you know something? Because he's got a kid too. He's got a couple of them, and it's been an unusual time to be a parent. And a lot of congratulations goes out to all those moms out there and to all those dads. And the best way to say thank you is, of course, with Omaha Steaks. Dad does not need a tie. Even if it's a bolo tie, he wants steaks for Father's Day. Josh, am I right?
You're exactly right. And Omaha Steaks will deliver these perfectly aged tender steaks directly to your father's door. What's better than that? My goodness, right now, Omaha Steaks offering Bob and Tom Show listeners, that's you, access to a variety of amazing packages that are perfect to send old Pop on the special day. Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS, into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available. Many include free shipping, Chick.
Uh-oh.
And if you just give me a second here.
Okay.
Because this next sentence is
your mouth is watering.
One of the greatest you'll ever hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Some packages include a free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick, applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
Steak cut.
Yeah,
Holy
steak cut.
heck.
Yum, 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 yum,
My
yum, yum.
goodness. Omaha Steaks has a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for tenderness and hand-carved to perfection. Burgers, franks, sausages, perfect for grilling. Premium poultry and pork. Only the finest chickens and pigs. Cut by Omaha Steaks Butchers.
Only the finest chicken and
That's
pig.
right.
We'll bring them in.
They wear top hats and they're individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty, easy to make side dishes, plus one-step family meals like that Meat Lovers lasagna. My gosh, get that. You're going to love it. Artisan desserts like those caramel apple tartlets and much, much more. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send old dad the gift he really wants. Perfectly aged Omaha steaks.
Yep.
Get free shipping and free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Show Dad you love him. Don't just tell him by getting him Omaha Steaks. And if you're good, maybe he'll share with you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Thank
Yum,
you very
yum,
much.
yum, yum.
Coming up,
Yum, yum.
comedian Bert Kreischer and more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac. Make sure you check out bobandtom.com for all the latest news, information, and highlights from your favorite morning show, The Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom VIP access also, and of course, much, much more. You can always reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com if you'd like to request something, a comedian, a bit, a song, something you haven't heard in a while, or maybe you heard last week, you want to hear it again. In the subject line, put request and what you'd like to hear. We'll put it in front of Tom. See if we can't get it on right here. Get it on right here. Bob and Tom 24/7. Let's get it on.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. There is no chance players will accept it as is, but Major League Baseball has made a new proposal for starting their season, delayed and shortened now by the pandemic. MLB had initially proposed an 82-game season. Now it says 76 games starting in July. Playoffs would be expanded to involve more teams, and players would be guaranteed 50% of their prorated salaries over the regular season, and they could earn about 75% of their salaries. The NFL and the Players Union have sent a planner to the 32 teams outlining procedures for the full reopening of their practice facilities. A memo written by Commissioner Roger Goodell and approved by the NFL Players Association describes protocols focusing on screening, testing, and infection prevention and treatment for COVID-19, including response for new infections. And the NCAA is considering a 6-week plan for football teams to prepare for the start of their seasons. That includes 2 weeks which teams can hold walkthroughs before full practices start. A copy of the Football Oversight Committee's plan, which still needs to be approved by the Division I Council, was obtained by Sports Illustrated. They first reported on the one-page document. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I wake up, the birds are singing, not a cloud up in the sky. Hey, this is really good coffee. Man, I'm a happy guy. Then suddenly the phone rings and my smile fades away. As I listen to you talking, you ruin another day. Who crapped in your cornflakes? Who peed in your tea? Who rained on your parade? And why the hell are you telling me? You've got good looks and money too, but that's not good enough for you. Who crapped in your cornflakes? Who peed in your tea? You're gaining weight and you're getting older. Your ass will never be as big as the chip that's on your shoulder. Killjoy and party pooper are the words that come to mind. 'Cause you wake up every morning with a bug up your behind. Bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch, that's all you ever do. I'd rather take a bullet than have to listen to you. Who crapped in your cornflakes? Who peed in your tea? Who rained on your parade? And why the hell are you telling me you got your panties in a wad? I wanna die, please take me, God. Who crapped in your cornflakes? Who peed in your tea? Who crapped in your cornflakes? And why are you telling me?
Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
And the sign said anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, "Hey, what gives?"
Hi, 847 at Q95. The baby has croupa. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Tom?
Got baby news coming up in a matter of seconds.
Oh, baby news.
Actually.
That was no baby. That's my baby.
Baby.
Our weather baby.
Hey, baby.
Christy Lee.
That's a Carex, baby. No, partly cloudy early. Then we have afternoon thunderstorms, especially after probably 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. High 90. Yes, afternoon, smarty pants. Going to be windy, too. Chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. High 88. Currently 75.
Thank you very much. Coming up Friday, what's happening? Well, it's going to be a special event. We're going to be collecting water, bottled water, to help out some people that are having some issues this summer. We'd like to help them out with some water. Details coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here with Ace, Chick, Josh, Christie. Pat Godwin is over there. Ace, of course, is at the OmahaSteaks.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day, JR. Coming up, comedian Bert Kreischer, by the way. We'll return to the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom momentarily, but first I must say hello to Chick McGee.
Hi.
Hi, Chick.
At the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and of course, Josh Arnold is in the sidekick chair.
Hello.
It's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
I have been windbagged in my favor. Thank you kindly.
And
You'll
are
hear.
you going to share it with us? We're just going to...
I thought I would allow you to do the rest of the introduction.
They're all done. This is Tom speaking. The track phone hotline will be ringing in a while. It'll be Bert Kreischer, comedian, talking about his drive-in movie theater comedy tour. But first, yes, Josh, what is it?
Donnie Jordan writes in. I believe that's 2 different new kids on the block.
That's right.
Josh is correct. It's called state of mind retention. There was a study done using the exact scenario Josh talked about. Studying while drunk if you do that, you should then take the test drunk because your brain is functioning at the same.
No, so if you take the test sober with the same amount of studying versus taking the test drunk with.
Donnie goes on to say it's best to study for and take a test sober, obviously, but you will do better if you do both drunk rather than drunk then sober.
And this
or
does
vice
not
versa.
apply to the driving test.
That's correct. Yeah, always do that sober. Yeah.
As a general rule.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to show them. First of all, you don't want to show them you're a drinker, probably, behind the wheel.
Oh, I guarantee if you talk to the people that
I'm sure
give
people
drivers,
show up.
they've had people show up incredibly drunk.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Well, I was kind of nervous, so I drank a bottle of wine before I went. Okay, thank you very much.
Anyway, I was right.
Well, I've never heard that. Did you ever do that in college? Did you ever get drunk and then study drunk?
Yeah, I did study drunk and I took the test sober.
Oh, so maybe you can go back and turn that F into a D.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Christy Lee, we were talking baby names.
Yep.
What is it now?
A woman in the UK wants to name her newborn after one of her favorite foods. She's in her third trimester and, according to her sister, ready to pop any day, and revealed her choice of baby names after keeping it a secret the entire pregnancy. She wants to name her baby Portobello. The aunt-to-be said the name is Portobello, like the mushroom, and I think she'll be bullied for the rest of her life.
Yeah. I don't know how I
don't
feel
think it's
about
that
it.
bad.
It's not that bad.
I think it's
not
kind of
as-
pretty.
Yeah, I do too.
You can
Kind
go
of.
Bella or Portia.
Portia
Or
Bella.
you could feed them crap and keep them in the dark,
like
the mushroom.
Or you change 100 diapers, you'll call the kid shiitake. That's right. If you know what
I can't deny that I see that word every time I see shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah, me
but
too.
Still.
Yeah, I always think it's S cake.
Yeah.
I do a spit take.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a girl. Oh, it's a
It is a
shame.
girl, yes. Why it's a shame.
Because if you named a kid after a mushroom, if it was a boy, he'd be a fun guy.
Oh,
You know, the old classic.
Love it, certainly. Love it. Makes me giggle.
Okay, all right.
I'm a fun guy.
This will make you giggle, chick.
All right.
A panda escaped its enclosure at a Danish zoo. Jing Er, a 7-year-old male panda at the Copenhagen Zoo, was captured on surveillance video, breaking out of the newly built $24.2 million panda house Monday.
Whoops. It's a nice panda.
Wow, they spent that much money and didn't put a lock on it.
Apparently
Holy
not.
hell.
Zoo spokesman Bengt Holst said the animal had crept up a metal pole which was studded with electrical.
That's
crept up a metal pole
Less
How do you get up
friction, I would think.
which was studded with electrical wires before crawling into the garden.
Go panda, go panda, go panda.
He
Slow
roamed
down here.
around the park.
I'm confused. So they build a giant enclosure for the panda, and what's on the pole?
It's apparently studded with electrical wires.
So he can't escape.
But he did.
But he did.
He or she.
He roamed around the park before the staff sedated him and brought him back to his enclosure. The park is now looking at making changes to security around the enclosure to make sure it doesn't happen again.
And aren't pandas incredibly vicious?
Oh, they'll scratch you.
I guess
didn't know
pandas, once they reach maturity, are incredibly nasty creatures.
Are they?
And real
They're
dangerous.
really tough to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, the zookeepers felt like they were bamboozled.
Bamboo.
Thank you very much. Thank you, kind.
Yep, thank
Very
you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
What was the panda's name?
Jean Eyre.
Oh, Charlotte Bronte.
Oh, no, that's Jane Eyre.
Oh, sorry.
Or Jean Eyre, E-R, Jean Eyre, Jean Eyre.
What is going on?
Pat, if you'd read a couple of books in college, you would have gotten that
Jean
joke.
Eyre.
Straight A's.
Jean Eyre.
Jean Eyre, Jean Eyre.
Straight A's.
Yeah.
Dad was a professor.
Okay.
Hey, an alligator was spotted.
What the hell's wrong with you?
An alligator has been actually captured outside a Florida Walmart. Witness took photos and video of the alligator roaming the store's parking lot in Fort Myers Sunday afternoon. Authorities responded to the scene, captured the animal. Don't know what they did with it, but they caught him.
Ate it.
You see the pictures?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the gator wasn't wearing a mask, so they arrested him.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah.
What, you try to get a mask for the gator?
Yeah,
What size would that be? Like a big long
The
thing?
long.
Good Lord.
same ones they use on horses. I don't know why you're so confused.
Well, an alligator walks into a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, bartender says, what do you have?
Why the
pal?"
long face?
Why the long? You couldn't help it.
And the alligator says, my wife.
Well, I thought
was
I'd
back."
supply the punchline.
That's right. My wife just, he doesn't want
scientists.
It was actually just a home fancy shoe kit. Start with a gator and.
Scientists have also
Wait a minute. What's a home fancy shoe kit?
Well, if you're at Walmart and you want to make some fancy shoes, there's an alligator right there.
Who makes shoes?
I thought that was some sort of boot polish you had when you were a kid.
Alligator shoes? No.
Yeah, but you're not making
Get out
those
the
at
tin
home.
home, fancy.
Way to go, Mr. Fancy.
Scientists have discovered trained dogs can tell you if you have the coronavirus.
We'll come back with that story. I love this story. I know that my dogs won't be able to do that, but this is fascinating.
Neither will mine.
If this works, I mean, they're going to be. Forget about those lines and the guy cramming that thing up your nose.
Yeah, no joke.
Good old Rover to.
I think my dog would do it. My golden, I bet, would.
Well, I think they have to be trained, but we'll find out. Dogs can find lots of other stuff, so that's super cool. When we come back, we'll find out about that. And coming up in just a few minutes, comedian Bert Kreischer, and he's going to be going on a special tour of drive-in theaters. I know it'll be Charlotte, North Carolina, Indy, Tulsa, Fort Collins, Colorado. We'll get some details on that from Bert. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, you probably already heard about the Bob and Tom app being free. As a matter of fact, you may be listening to it right now, hearing my voice through Bob and Tom 24/7. You can also tune into your local station, access a stream of classic bits on demand, even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. How cool is that? The Bob and Tom app, free in your iTunes or Google Play Store. Check it out today.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. The black man whose death has inspired a worldwide reckoning over racial injustice will be buried today in Houston, carried home in a horse-drawn carriage. George Floyd, who was 46 when he was killed, will be laid to rest next to his mother. The funeral will be private. A public memorial service was held Monday in Houston, where he grew up. Some 6,000 people attended. Tropical storm Cristobal could soon renew its strength by uniting with another storm system coming from the west to form one giant cyclone. After drenching much of the south, forecasters now expect the remnants of Cristobal to bring fierce winds, heavy rain, and thunderstorms to much of the Midwest today. And in Copenhagen at the zoo, one of its giant male pandas on loan from China escaped its enclosure yesterday, roamed the park a while before staffers were able to sedate it and get it back in its cage. The panda crawled up a metal pole, crawled into a garden while the zoo was closed. It was captured, returned before the park opened to the public. The zoo now says it is increasing security around the pandas to make sure this doesn't happen again. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Just tell us everything.
Please.
Don't leave anything out.
Let me get some popcorn.
No, I almost got a ticket for jaywalking in Salt
Wait a
Lake
minute.
City. It was early in the morning after one of our gigs, and I crossed the street, and a cop pulled me over. He goes, you're jaywalking. And I went, there isn't a car within a mile of
You know what?
This sounds like a chapter in a book called Whitest Things That Ever Happened.
Oh, my God.
I almost got a ticket.
I almost got a ticket for
jaywalking
It was a horrible
in
day.
Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Or I was beaten beyond recognition.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my first song. Oh, this is my posse. Hello, ladies. This is a song that's called. Well, no, it's not. It's not called Chick. It's a song that I'm very familiar with. My life as a ladies' man. He can't get enough. Oh, I heard that. He can't get enough. Yes, yes, yes. Take off your dress. He can't get enough. Tell me something I don't know. He can't get enough. Natty tough. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. He can't get enough. Yeah. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff.
They're wet, Chick.
I don't know what happened there. Well, you know, I am a badass. You're a badass. Stanky. Stanky? Well, thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's very good. I'd give that a right on, brother. Right on.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I lost you. I don't know what you're trying to say. Can't get enough. Oh, yeah. 9:01 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We have afternoon thunderstorms rolling in, high 90s, showers and thunderstorms tonight and tomorrow too. Low tonight 73, high tomorrow 88, 75 now.
He's Josh. I'm Tom. Glad to be here, and I want to remind you that Window Nation's got something happening right now because you got to properly ventilate your home. It's very important to get some fresh air in that place. But
it's a nation of windows.
If you go to Window Nation, they're going to hook you up with a bunch of cool stuff. As you know, Josh, will you tell them?
Well,
the CDC, what do they tell you? What do they say?
Well, the CDC recommends opening your windows daily to get your house nice and aired out. Well, don't wait. Invest in your home today.
Now, the thing going on right now, they've got a free online virtual quote at Window Nation. It's valid for 6 months. Nobody has to come in your house and do anything. You can do it all with your phone. And the best part is they've got deferred payments for 2 years. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 for free. And now we've determined you have 16 windows at your place.
Correct.
So you got to buy 8.
Yep.
Plus 0 down payment and 0 interest for 2 years at Window Nation. Tell them again, Josh.
That's exactly right. Plus, Window Nation guarantees to be the best value, or they will pay you $250. At windownation.com, you can find out everything you need to know about that free online virtual quote, valid for 6 months, deferred payment for 2 years, get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy, no limit, plus 0 down payment, 0 interest for 2 years.
That's windownation.com. Oh, I want to remind you, Bert Kreischer is going to be at the Tibbs Drive-In doing comedy.
I love the Tibbs.
Friday, June 26th.
Cool.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Ace, there's Chick. That's Josh, I'm Tom. We're in the big room. Behind the glass, it's Christy Lee, socially distanced. And even fartherly, that's almost a word, over there, it's Pat Godwin in the next building.
Fartherly?
Hey, Pat, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you in there by yourself?
Oh, no, I got about 5 people in here.
Oh, yeah, you guys having a nice time?
Yeah, they're taking a nap now.
Is Willie Concarney there, by chance?
Oh, he is here. I think I got to wake him up because he was celebrating the Mexican Wine Award.
Yeah, we had an interesting story.
Oh, my cabeza.
His head.
A Mexican.
What is the story, Kristen?
A Mexican wine has actually won it's a Cabernet Sauvignon competition in France, and they have won. It's from Vinos Don Leo. The competition takes place every year. French sommeliers blind taste all these wines from all over the world. 25 countries were involved this year, and this award-winning wine costs only about $45. It's best in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's well, congratulations, Willie.
Yeah. Oh, we are very proud of our Mexican heritage and people for winning the award. My family, the Concarnis, we make an alcoholic beverage that flies under the radar, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we have a little more leeway in selling it on the beach and everywhere. So I would like to sing about it if I could. I am not a fan of it, but my family.
Oh, I'd love to hear about
it. Okay, here we go. It has an alcoholic content of 0.05%. Drinking this beverage to get drunk with is not pesos well spent. Get pulled over drinking a bottle, and you can fool their fuzz. Because you'd have to drink 4 cases to even get a buzz. I'm not a fan of this. No. And I don't mean to diss. The yoga ladies insist. But it tastes like donkey piss. Kombucha! Kombucha! Yeah, I don't like it. I don't care for it.
No, it's weird. Yeah.
Dead on.
Kombucha does have alcohol in it?
Yeah,
a little bit.
We had a
I had
remember
no
we had
idea.
we had a news story that schools were banning
Oh, that's
kombucha
right.
because it has whatever you might have nailed it. It's like 0.05 whatever percent alcohol.
Yeah, it is,
I didn't see that coming. Thank you. Can you
very
thank
good.
Can you thank Willie for me?
He's asleep already. I'll thank him.
Okay, thank you
Already
very
on the
much.
siesta.
Willie Concarney.
Do you drink that stuff?
No, but I
Yeah,
buy
I
it
don't
all the
either.
time. Someone in my house drinks
I
it.
try.
I know she does.
I like it.
It gets weird. It's kind of stringy
I've
sometimes.
tried
It's
to.
a
It's
bizarre
so-
beverage.
It's really tart.
What
boy, is
flavor
it-
does she like?
I like ginger.
I like Marianne.
I'm going to throw them to you. You knock them out of the park.
It's the one that's always sold out.
Oh, of course.
It's like we're not here.
Pineapple, whatever. I don't like it because it looks like it's commie writing on it. Kombucha.
Commie writing.
Looks like CCCP.
We've got to be the only public forum of any using the word commie. Hey, you commie.
Sorry.
I don't think there are many commies left, are there?
Oh, there are plenty of
Oh, the thing about commies is they keep it quiet.
Is that right? All right. That's when you least or most. Okay.
There are a lot of them out there.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Christy, what else have you got?
Scientists have discovered that trained dogs can tell if you have the coronavirus simply by sniffing your armpit. Researchers at the National Veterinary School in Alfort, I don't know where Alfort is, conducted experiments to determine whether trained detection dogs can tell the difference between the sweat of someone who has the coronavirus and someone who does not.
I believe the pronunciation of the town is Isle Fart.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
That's right.
And you have to say it that way. Treat it with respect, or people will giggle.
And this is a serious business.
Dogs had a detection success rate between 83 and 100%, better than some of the tests out there. Dr. Claire Guest said that once it is proven that using dogs is an effective and non-invasive way of sniffing out the virus, the animals can be used to screen asymptomatic patients and ease the strain on limited testing resources.
Dr. Guest?
Guest.
Oh.
Claire Guest.
The thing about that is, this is, I think, great science news, but can you imagine going to the doctor's office and the doctor will be with you in a second. He's taking our tester out for a dump in the backyard.
What? Yeah.
That is really, that's just incredible. Don't they have certain doctors that can, certain dogs that can sniff out certain types of cancers?
Yes, they do.
I just think that's tremendous.
Yeah.
My dogs can probably tell you what you've had for lunch if they sniff your butt long enough.
But
I don't think they.
Oh, you had the chicken piccata.
Oh, and some brioche. All right. Very nice. Good choice.
What does Corona smell like?
I have no idea.
Lime and the beach.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. This would be. If this works, this would be fantastic.
I mean, awesome.
And plus, it involves dogs. What more do you want in life?
Right.
Something that works against Corona. That
How
involves
many
a
times
dog.
have we said that? Wow, if this works, it'd be fantastic. Over and over. Fill in the blank.
It didn't work.
If this car
And it didn't work.
If this car could fly, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Although if that engine light pops on and you're in a flying car, go down now. You want to be in the ground.
Dogs are amazing. We just received this email from Sarah. 5 years ago, out of the blue, my German Shepherd started licking my right temple when I'd lay next to him on the couch. He'd never done this before. Did it same place every week, every day at the same time for a week. She broke out in shingles in that very same spot.
Shingles?
Yep.
Those are awful.
Yeah.
Well,
yep.
How do we know that the dog licking that spot didn't cause the shingles?
Because that's not how it works. She thinks he
I don't know
detected the
anything.
shingles.
I don't know anything.
May have given it to him.
Now, there's they have a vaccine. They have a kind of a vaccine for that now too.
I had them recently. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to freak out.
You had shingles?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, how are you? Isn't it so painful?
It was pretty painful, but you never heard me say a word.
Where were they?
They were all over right here on the
Poor
Up my stomach.
Abdomen area?
Area and up, yeah.
Right there by the
Underneath-
Calm down, Pat.
Underneath my
Keep
armpit.
talking.
That's what really hurt.
Near the beeve, huh?
Yeah, wearing a bra was tough.
Right there.
Not near
you
that.
really missed your calling, Chick.
Didn't go that south.
Your bedside manner.
I did not go that
Well,
far
if there's
south,
anything
Chick.
there with the beeve.
What do you got,
we
just
need
north
to
of the
know
beeve?
about.
Yeah.
North of the beeve. There's anything we need to know.
Dr. McGee spends most of his time in court, funny enough. It's not malpractice. It's just his bedside manner is somewhat juvenile.
Well, let me get a look at those jumblies, see if we can...
Yeah, get those hammers
Well,
out.
those floppily wobblies.
Is the front naughty itch? It sure smells.
Oh, why did I bring that up? My fault. An airport garage in Germany has been converted into a drive-through art gallery.
Boring.
Yeah,
Next.
I'll agree.
Next.
They're doing it, of course, because of social distancing. 300 works are now on display in the Cologne-Bonn Airport parking garage.
Cologne really stinks.
Yeah.
You know that?
Visitors can drive through and observe the paintings, sculptures, and other pieces from approximately 50 different artists.
I'd like to buy that one. Oh, that'll be available on Carousel too.
The artworks are displayed on top of luggage carts. Well, it gets people to the airport, too. Any other reason to go?
Wow.
So now
All right.
Now you can joke about the size of the penis on the statues from your car. Oh, hey, look at that guy.
Grow up.
Hey, check
Honk
this
if you're
guy.
pretentious.
Honk if you're holding, huh? Oh.
And a Canadian man was found unconscious. Bear with me on this one. And tied to 265 pounds of marijuana in the Detroit River. This story starts on May 10th when Glenn Mousseau was arrested while driving a U-Haul truck and holding $97,000 in cash.
I like a good musu soup, don't
Do
you?
you? Musu?
For a little sushi. Boy, that was stupid.
Might be Mousseau. Had told authorities he used
No,
a
there's no mouse in
submersible.
Let her get to the meat of the story, please. You don't have to try to launch on every word.
Hey, Glenn, we'll call him. Told authorities he used a submersible to ferry drugs and cash between Michigan and Ontario, Canada. He had agreed to stay at a hotel during the investigation, but disappeared on May 22nd, leaving behind 5 phones, a laptop, and a diving suit. Apparently, the man was located on June 5th when Border Patrol agents pursuing a boat found him tethered to the packages of marijuana in the Detroit River near Celeron Island.
But he was
unconscious.
I have a question. Isn't marijuana legal in both Canada and Michigan?
Maybe in certain quantities.
Now you're telling him.
He was up to something.
I know for sure Michigan, yeah.
So,
and I bet he tethered himself to the pot.
So he was swimming it across the border, I guess?
I guess.
Wow.
Did he must have been maybe trying his own product to be passed out.
I don't know. I have no answers to any of these questions, sir.
Are they ducking taxes? Why would you?
Yeah, there's something. And we're talking international.
Well, you probably have to have a license, I would think.
How many
maybe.
pounds was it again? I'm sorry.
365. Was that what I said?
So just personal use. Wow. I'm holding it for a friend, officer.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, 265 pounds. Oh, I'm sorry. I was off by 100.
But the guy didn't drown.
No, apparently it floats.
Oh, that's the name of that movie.
What?
Dope floats.
Dope floats.
Yeah,
hope
Sandra Bullock.
And we're trying to launch on every word.
Which, by the way, I unabashedly love that movie. But
I think a hope floats joke. I'm glad you at least recognize that.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Huh. I cry. Boy, do I cry at home.
Who's in that one?
Sandra Bullock and Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, I like both of them. Coming up, we're to talk with Bert Kreischer. First, I want to remind you, Chick McGee brings a few things to the table every now and then. For example, Simply Safe, the home security system. That's where I heard about it. Chick McGee, who now has, what do you have, 7 cameras?
I have 7 cameras, and this is the do-it-yourself magnetic wireless technology that we've been talking about, Tom. Simply Safe, designed to be easy to use while protecting your whole home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you do, you order it online, click of a button, shows up at your house in a big box. You open that baby and put your base unit up, and 1, 2, 3, you're installed, man. No technician or weird sales guy comes out and disrupts your home and gets his hands everywhere. You don't need to pay any outrageous.
That's a nice ottoman. Where'd you get it?
Outrageous monthly fees are cited to your contract. Neither. Simply Safe, named, of course, the best overall home security of 2020.
That's a nice
and it
picture. Who's that in that picture with you?
It is do-it-yourself.
I thought you'd have a bigger house. Ain't you famous?
That both of those, the last two things, actually happened. U.S. News and World Report say it's the best overall home security 2020. 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency dispatch starts at 50 cents a day. And for a little extra, get the app. You can arm and disarm on your smartphone and check in with your house on your cameras. It's amazing. Simply Safe, and go to simplysafetom.com. Get free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's simplysafetom.com, only for Bob and Tom Show listeners.
Thank you very much. Coming up, comedian Bert Kreischer and his drive-in theater comedy tour. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hey, congratulations, Bob and Tom fans. We are now over 100,000 subscribers of Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. We couldn't have done it without you, so congratulations. 100,000 subscribers. Hard to believe, but it's true. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel is hitting the charts.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Bonnie Pointer, a Grammy-winning founding member of the Pointer Sisters, who was essential to the group's early success, but left the group before most of their biggest hits, died yesterday of cardiac arrest in Los Angeles at the age of 69. The four Pointer sisters, Ruth, Anita, Bonnie, and June, grew up singing in church in Oakland, California, where their dad was a minister. But it was Bonnie who, shortly after graduating high school, who first wanted to move out of the church and into clubs to pursue a professional singing career. She convinced her younger sister June to join her, and the two began doing gigs as a duo in 1969. Eventually, they'd convince their two older sisters, who were already married with children, to join them, and success was theirs. And it wasn't buried, but it was a treasure. Finally, after more than a decade, it's been found. The man who created the bounty says the man who found the bronze chest filled with gold, jewels, and other valuables worth more than $1 million. Forrest Fenn, a famed art collector, is the man who assembled the treasure. He's not saying who found it, but he describes himself from being back east and found the chest a few days ago. The discovery confirmed by the photograph that a man sent in. The Thrill of the Chase was an autobiography poem that was published in 2010, where he posted clues to the treasure's whereabouts. Since then, hundreds of thousands have hunted for the treasure chest all over the western part of the United States. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Just a windbag about something we've been talking about.
Audio windbag?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a listen.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Dear chick, racehorses don't have kids until they retire. Therefore, no kids could be at the track. Dumbass.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom. 24/7.
Well, I was flipping through the channels on my TV set last night when I came across some televangel preacher guy. And he was talking about some prophecies, and I think I heard him say that tomorrow was the end of the world. And so then I went into my kitchen and I reached for the top shelf, and I grabbed the finest wine that I could find. 'Cause there's no need for me to save the finer things for later anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. So then I got into my car and drove to Hollywood and Vine, and I asked some guy where I could score some blow. And then I went up to the prettiest hooker I could find and asked if I could do a line of coke off of her hooters. Well, much to my surprise, she said she didn't have any hooters. And much to my surprise, I didn't care. 'Cause there's no need for me to not be getting transvestite hookers anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. So have a smoke, shoot some smack, punch a little kid in the face. And while you're at it, steal some old lady's groceries. 'Cause there's no need to not be an old lady grocery stealing, kid punching, smack shooting guy anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. When I woke up this morning, I took a look around, and of course I saw that everything was fine. But I'm still gonna have to thank that television preacher guy. Because I had myself a really lovely time.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Morning, you guys rock.
Thank you very much.
Several years ago, I was living in DeLand, Florida.
Yep, I used to live there.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he did.
I was on the air there.
There's some history behind that name. Did you know that, sir? DeLand, Florida?
It's named that because it's near near DC.
DeLand, DC.
DeLand, DC, yeah. But the factory I worked at was right across the street from the airport, which is very popular with the skydivers back there.
Sure. They still have that great bar at the DeLand airport.
Don't know. I know there's a little hamburger place there.
Airport bar tonight, the Chief. You know, yeah, Bob, I did gigs there.
You ever listen? 9:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
We're going to talk to Bert Kreischer in just a second. Bert's going to be in Indy at Tibbs Drive-In for 2 comedy shows Friday, June 26th.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Just off Washington Street. Yeah.
Call me Mr. Tibbs. The Tibbs Drive-In. We'll talk to Bert actually in just a second. It's part of his special Hot Summer Nights drive-in theater production. But first, a very quick forecast, Christy.
Showers and thunderstorms, basically. A little windy, too. High today, 90.
Ooh, thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now, this is the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. I look in that screen and I see Pat Godwin.
Hello.
I look over there. There's Josh. There's Chick. I'm Tom, and that's Ace. We're in the big room.
Yep.
Pat's actually in a different building. But Christy Lee's behind the glass over there.
Yes, sir.
We're doing the electronic hookup thing. We're going to talk with Bert Kreischer any second now.
He's on the phone. Who the heck's he on the phone with at 6:30 Pacific?
I think our producer.
Tom will probably, do.
And you got the
That makes sense.
You got the time wrong. Let's see now. Where were we?
What?
I know. We have to introduce our guest, Bert Kreischer, who's doing a tour of.
Hang tight here.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
A tour of movie theaters, but drive-in movie theaters.
Yeah.
Which should be an interesting. I've read about a couple of these. I know that they've done some high school graduations at drive-in theaters.
Mm-hmm. And some other comics are doing this.
And we've reviewed the drive-in theater scenario. I've only been to one drive-in movie in my whole life.
Of course.
Josh
shocks me.
Used to go all the time, right, Josh?
A few, and I remember every movie I saw at the drive-in because it was such a big deal for our family to go.
But the drive-in theaters are being taken over by others, including our. Oh, there he is. It's comedian Bert Kreischer has joined us, I believe, shirtless. Am I correct? Is that?
Yeah, he doesn't have a shirt on, Tom.
Okay, the view that we're getting, it looks kind of like we're doing an autopsy. Oh, there you go, back there. There you go. Look at the guns.
The guns are out.
Gun show.
Those are some muscles.
That's nice.
Hi, Bert.
Good. Hey, Bert, how are you?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
I love the Zoom. The zooming for these are so much better. It's so much more in person.
It's fun, yeah.
Oh, it is fun.
And I know you're into minor league hats. Which one are you wearing this morning?
The Portland Gherkins.
Oh, sure.
Of course.
Love it.
Is that a pickle reference?
Yeah.
That's a pickle at bat right there, yeah.
Man, great names in the minor leagues.
Now, Bert Kreischer is a comedian and certainly a world-class personality. He travels the world, but he's doing a little mini tour. Charlotte, North Carolina, Indianapolis, Indiana, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Fort Collins, Colorado, and it's going to be at drive-in movie theaters.
Yeah. The second, so my special aired March 17th, right? And that was right when they did the stay-at-home orders. And the first thing I did is I called my agent and I said, I'd thought of this a long time ago. I thought, because I like doing different things. I like doing that Call in Sick to Work show where I go in, drink on air, and then go straight to the club, do the show. Yeah, I like doing things out of the box. And so I called my agent and I go, I want to do drive-in movie theaters. And they thought I was crazy at the time. And then it started, like, bands started doing it, and now they were like, all right, we got 4 offers. Most shows are sold out. I mean, not to but most shows are sold out. They sold out pretty quickly. We added a show in Indy, Indy sold out in 8 minutes.
Oh my God!
And you got 2 shows in Fort Collins as well.
Yeah, and I think people, it's safe, it's socially distant. And I know we're starting to get lax on things, but I also think it's just different and cool. You show up in your car, you tailgate, you can get out of your car, you can walk around, you can bring a few cocktails. I just think it's cool, neat. It's a 4-camera shoot. Check this out. 4-camera shoot. So that'll be put on the big screen. I'll be in front of the big screen, and we'll watch the sunset, see a comedy show, have a few cocktails.
That's great. That's a great
I think stuff like this is cool.
Now, I have a question, and this may differ theater to theater, not to get too technical. Do you pay per car or per human being, and are people going to sneak in the trunk if they still have a trunk?
I hope they sneak in trunks so badly. Some real outsider stuff. I want Johnny and Ponyboy to sneak in a trunk.
Now, our guest is Bert Kreischer. We've already reviewed in this room who's been to a drive-in movie as a kid. Did you have a drive-in, and did you ever go to it?
Yeah, in Tampa, just off Bird Street, and I saw a coal miner's daughter. Which is I think a fitting movie to watch at a drive-in.
Now, I have a weird question for you. I can't believe you mentioned this. That at Tampa, I told this story on the air. I was flying into Tampa. This would have been probably late 70s. And I looked out the plane window, and there was a huge drive-in theater showing a porno movie. Do you remember which theater that was? Because I guess a lot in the
back in that time
in that
period.
era, a lot of those theaters went porn.
Yep.
Are you serious?
I'm positive I was
I
flying.
remember in Fairborn, Ohio, when I lived there, there was a drive-in called the Skyborn, and they were exclusively adult cinema, and you can see the screen from the highway.
Yeah, there was one right off Route 80 near Toledo as well.
One off Highway 44. And
that's a great way to open the show.
Yeah.
Put on
there
porn.
you go. Yeah,
there you go.
What the kind of stuff I'm into.
Now, Bert Kreischer is our guest, and once again, Bert, Charlotte, Indy, Tulsa, Fort Collins, the mini tour in drive-in theaters. This should be very exciting. This is again semi-technical. Hope not too boring. Will the sound be from speakers attached to the cars, or will it be in the radio, or will it just be a big PA?
So we are shooting out a quarter of a mile signal that goes to an FM station.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if you can't get tickets and you want to just go and listen to the show, pull up by drive by the drive-in, and you'll be able to hear it.
Of course, you'll get traffic on the 10s.
FM. Yeah, right.
Back with more
if they messed it up and I just went out all nationwide.
Yeah, Tom, the drive-in theaters now don't have the speakers anymore. You just listen on the radio.
They're all radios.
Yeah. Unlike you, I have been to a drive-in in the last year, so I know this. Yeah, it's pretty high tech now.
Who went to the drive-in with you?
My kids, they love going to the drive-in. We go all the time.
So you didn't get lucky then.
Well, she did, but it was awkward, dude.
She put the kids in the back seat. I mean,
they have a great concession stand. It was wonderful.
I'm waiting for those. I'm waiting for those posts on Instagram. I'm watching Bird's show at the drive-in, getting lucky.
Mm-hmm.
It has to happen.
Of course.
Oh, it definitely will happen. In fact, now that we've mentioned it, it may be the goal.
That is a special type of animal who watches my stand-up and gets turned on.
Well, you're all over Netflix. How many people do you think bang it out while your special's on?
Good point.
Yeah, there you go.
What part of my act do you think they're like, I don't know, man. He's talking about buying a gun. I kind of want to get...
Oh, that's hot. Yeah.
Wow. Bert Kreischer is our guest. Bert is a stand-up comedian, kind of... I guess the developed, what's the word, organically. This wasn't like Bert Kreischer said, I'm going to be a stand-up comedian. You just are one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got that whole news, the story about you in the paper and your experience in college, and you were just this crazy guy, and it evolved into the world of stand-up. And you've got a bunch of various things out there, including podcasts, et cetera, et cetera. But this is the experiment, the mini Hot Summer Nights tour at drive-in theaters.
It's very cool, Bert.
What I think is interesting about how I got into stand-up is that, like, I was talking to Segura about this the other day. We were saying, like, these days with everything going on in the country, people like were getting really upset with me and Segura that we weren't speaking out on political movements or on social issues, that we weren't lighting up our Instagram with social justice reforms. And I said, I spent 7 years in college. Like, I'm a moron. Like, the only reason I'm a comedian is because I got discovered by Rolling Stone magazine, and my dad's like, well, I guess this makes sense. You can try it. And so, like, at no point, had I not been discovered by Rolling Stone, at no point in the world would anyone be like, I don't know, hey, Kreischer, quit washing boats. I want to hear your views on Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, right.
Or, I mean, I'm sure that I know that you're working on a cure for the coronavirus.
I'm a moron. I'm shirtless right now.
Is Segura's vaccine ready yet?
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly. Hey, get that guy in the last cubicle by the dumpster. Hey, ask him what his views on anti-vaxxers are. Segura.
Now, you'll be doing the show, as we said, is stand-up comedy. I don't understand. Is there a stage? Do they have to build one, or is there already a stage in front of the screen at a drive-in theater, Christy?
So I'll be super clear. This is not a money-making tour.
Yeah.
So I came up with the idea, and I was like, whatever it takes. And then they came back, and they're like, okay, just so you know, you have to travel with your own stage, your own sound system, your own production. And I was like, okay. And they're like... I'm like, the guarantee is this number, and it's such a low number. Whoever's working at any club is making more than that. It is so not cost effective to perform at drive-ins. You have no idea.
Are you gonna film it for a possible special?
Yeah, I'm gonna film it. We're gonna put it where we'll film it. Maybe we'll see if we can sell it to a network or just put it on YouTube. These days, I'd rather just put it on YouTube. I feel like I know I can control what it looks like, and more people will see it.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so that it's about having. For me, I've been in the house for 80 days, and so it's about getting on the road, breaking even, making sure that my guys, all like my tour manager, my bus driver, my supporting tour acts, all can make a little money because they're all been struggling in this thing, and then just having fun, having fun.
Cloud the issue here. The drive-in, one of the drive-ins you're going to do has 3 screens. Are you doing all 3 screens or just one?
I haven't really looked into all the problems with this tour yet.
I'm sure they present different challenges.
But that's going to be part of the fun. Can you
imagine? Because if you're going to the movie theater to see a movie, and on the other theater is Bert, I mean,
yeah, you might be competing against Scoob.
Oh yes, the Scoob on the back rear screen. Yeah,
the least of my worries. My biggest worry is car horns, headlights.
Yeah,
there's so much
car horns.
I think hearing the laughter. That's a big one.
The key to that is just to get up on stage and instruct them what to do. Here's what you do with the lights. Here's what you do with the car horns. And I think if you ever do it again, if you have these triple cinemas, what you do is you get Segura on one screen, and you have a competition. Are you going to have an opener? Are you doing the whole show? Are you going to have an opener?
Yeah, we got all my guys that I tour with. Shane Torres, Jesus Trejo, and Dave Williamson are opening. And then what's crazy is I did it, and then everyone was like, "What a unique idea!" And then Burr called me up. He's like, "Hey, can I do Tulsa?" And I was like, "You want to come out to Tulsa?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I don't know." And then he's like, "Is there any chance?" I mean, like, because no one wants to get coronavirus. He's like, "Can you fly me out and like take care?" And I was like, "Bill, I'm making no money on this tour. Like, fly yourself out."
Yeah, he's got money.
Oh, he just had a baby, so he's locked down at home. So I think his plans are going to change. But like everyone, Rogan hit me up. Everyone was like, "It sounds so interesting and so different." And it's a once in a lifetime chance. Like, look, I pray everything. I'm hearing everything's going back to normal in the fall for touring, which is so awesome. I'm ready for that. But it's been such a unique thumbprint of an experience. I think a great way to cap it off is with this tour and just everyone going like, God, remember when,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we hope that everything goes back to a little bit of normal.
I'm so done right now with this. I'm like, I'm ready. And you can feel people just like with these protests. It's like, I guess you go from the CNN anchor going like, stay away from everyone. Don't touch anyone. Then you see like people hugging cops. Are like, isn't this so beautiful? And I'm like, they're infecting them.
Yeah.
Now, have you been, you're home this whole time. Have you been getting any exercise? Do you have a pool?
I ran 10 miles last night with a bottle of wine on the treadmill. Yeah. Here's the bottle of wine right here. Nice little bottle. Yeah, I watched a Bruce Lee documentary and drank a bottle of wine and ran 10 miles.
Gosh, that's impressive.
Yeah, I heard that Bruce Lee documentary is great, by the way.
It's fascinating. It is so good. And you don't realize like what atrocious racist things happen to Asians that no one spoke up about until recently. Did you ever see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Oh, that is.
Oh my God!
We talk about that every now and then.
We often talk about the worst casting
ever.
Worst casting: John Wayne as Genghis Khan.
That's brutal.
Are you
too.
serious?
But I have another take on that, which is how come when they make a movie about Harvey Milk and have a famous ultra heterosexual actor portray him, I think it's the same argument.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really, really, really great argument.
I mean, you're telling me they couldn't find a gay actor in Hollywood? They must not have looked real hard.
I know they could have. That was the big problem with Scarlett Johansson, and they want to do that movie about the transgendered activist. And by the way, it's crazy because what it is Hollywood trying to edge their bets with money. Because think about it for a second, okay? Say it's your money. Say you invest $20 million in a movie. And they're like, all right, we have this unknown gay actor, or I can get Sean Penn and we can watch him kiss a dude.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I want to see Sean Penn kiss a dude.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the same discussion. Hey, we can get Mickey Rooney to play an Asian guy.
God, that was so.
It was a different time.
Exactly. It was.
Well, I'm just saying, I think the times will keep it changing. Our guest is Bert Kreischer. We got to run here, Bert. Bert Kreischer can be found in many places with various podcasts and videos and old TV shows that are floating around on YouTube. What's the best source to find your stuff, Bert?
If you go to bertbertbert.com, that's 3 Berts because 4 would be ridiculous.
And it's Bert with an E.
Yes.
Bert with an E. I should have bought Bert with a U too. But anyway, if you go to bertbertbert.com, you can find my Instagram, everything.
Okay, wait a second. Before you go.
Bert.
Does anyone, hang on a second. I got to find out if somebody has.
BURT.
I own it, and I'll sell it to you for $25,000.
Let's see if anybody has Bert. Yep. I found yours, Bert. Here you go. I did Bert with a U, and I got you.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's real good.
There you go.
So, but if it wasn't for sale, it is now. That was a really stupid thing to say on the radio. Bert, we'll see you soon. Best of luck.
You guys.
Glad you're doing well.
Safe.
Congratulations on all your success. Say hi to Mr. Segura for us, please, and Mr. Burr.
I will.
Yep.
Haven't seen Bill Burr or Tom for a while. Okay, we got to get going here. We have a couple of things I wanted to mention.
100.
What?
That's your sleep number setting?
That's my sleep number bed, baby.
That's
100.
Oh, mine's
I'll let you know,
35.
that firm mattress. Oh man,
Mine's a secret.
What? No, it isn't. It's 65. Everybody knows.
Hey, Josh ain't saying. What do you think of that?
That's fine. I think this is America. You're allowed to keep your sleep number setting to yourself. What's the point of this? Well, the sleep number setting, if it's 100, that's a firm mattress. If it's 65, that's somewhat less firm. If it's like Christy, it's like a water bed.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of the sleep number bed because one side has its own setting and the other side has its own setting. So everybody's happy. When is the last time you got in bed and everybody was happy? Huh? Or you don't want to be the guy going to the mattress store and you lie down on it, you feel weird. There's a bad breath guy trying to give you the hard sell, and you look up at the ceiling and it's got those Klieg lights. Yeah, I was just on a smoke break. This is what I like. No. The sleep number story, the sleep number experience is totally different. 1 in 3 adults don't get enough sleep. And Sleep Number wants to talk to you a little bit about science, the importance of getting sleep right now. Sleep, of course, is a natural immune booster, and we all need that. So, some important stuff. You want to avoid food and exercise right before bed. You got to minimize the light. You know what I'm talking about. And a Sleep Number bed is the way to go. I love my Sleep Number bed. I'll tell you that. And my Sleep Number setting is a crisp 85. Oh. Now, you can find out if you like your Sleep Number bed. I know you will. And right now you can discover proven quality sleep for your health and well-being and save $600 on select Sleep Number 360 smart beds. For a limited time, it's the summer sale. You check it out by typing in the 3 W's and then sleepnumber.com/BT show. Find out where the nearest Sleep Number store is. And I know you're going to love your Sleep Number bed. I know I love mine. When we come back, we're going to review many things, including a little bit of history. And we'll get to that science song tomorrow, Christy.
All right.
We keep putting it off, but
That's
it's
okay.
super
We're
exciting.
not going anywhere.
Snakes and eels and bears. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DoD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison with you. Thanks to Kostaki Economopoulos and comedian Bert Kreischer for joining us here on a Tuesday. On the schedule for Wednesday, our resident geek Jessica Alsman and comedian relationship expert Allie Breen from New York City via Zoom coming up on Wednesday's Bob and Tom Show. More of today's Bob and Tom Show on the way.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee, and this is your Bob and Tom Sports Update. There is no chance players will accept it as is, but Major League Baseball has made a new proposal for starting their season, delayed and shortened now by the pandemic. MLB had initially proposed an 82-game season. Now it says 76 games starting in July. Playoffs would be expanded to involve more teams, and players would be guaranteed 50% of their prorated salaries over the regular season, and they could earn about 75% of their salaries. The NFL and the Players Union have sent a planner to the 32 teams outlining procedures for the full reopening of their practice facilities. A memo written by Commissioner Roger Goodell and approved by the NFL Players Association describes protocols focusing on screening, testing, and infection prevention and treatment for COVID-19, including response for new infections. And the NCAA is considering a 6-week plan for football teams to prepare for the start of their seasons. That includes 2 weeks which teams can hold walkthroughs before full practices start. A copy of the Football Oversight Committee's plan, which still needs to be approved by the Division I Council, was obtained by Sports Illustrated. They first reported on the one-page document. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey! First we gave you Real Girls on Video going. Woo! And the follow-up, Real Girls on Video going. Woohoo! And the bonus follow-up, Real Girls on Video going. Woo! Party! You would think that would be enough, huh? Nuh-uh. We're going one step further. For the ultimate follow-up video, we've got real girls who got real drunk and woke up with real bad hangovers and God only knows what else. Here's a sample. Okay.
Shh, hey, be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's about 6 in the morning, and we're just outside of our victim's door, right here in some skanky dormitory on campus. Let's go in.
Well, hey, what have we got here? If it isn't one of our Real Girls on Video from last night. Good morning, sunshine.
Ugh. Hey, what the? Oh, no. What are you guys doing here? Hey, I signed the waiver.
No biggie, darling. We're just here to film for our follow-up video, Real Girls on Video who got real drunk and woke up with real bad hangovers and only God knows what else. Hey, how you feeling?
Oh, awful. I think I'm still drunk.
Hey, I'm not surprised. Harry Buffalo draft beer and a few shooters. What were you thinking?
Oh, God.
Hey, will you looky there? If it ain't one of our Real Girls on Video t-shirts. On the floor. Oh, yeah. Hey, that garbage got a real workout last night. Darling, I hate to make this any worse for you, but I can't help but notice that there's someone else in your bed.
Yeah, that's my new steady boyfriend.
Yeah, right. He looks like one of last night's obnoxious drunk guys going.
Wrong. He's sensitive, sincere, and he loves me.
Yeah, right. Hey, mind if I try something?
What?
Hey, pal, wake up.
Oh, it's the camera dudes from last night. How's it hanging?
Hey, pretty good. Let me ask you something. You know that girl lying next to you? What's her name?
Tina?
Tina?
Sarah?
Sarah?
Not even close. Hey, darling, you think this could all get any worse for you?
Well, actually, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me. When you order Real Girls on Video who got real drunk and woke up with real bad hangovers and God only knows what else, you get the bonus tape. Real Girls spewing real hurls on video.
Yeah.
Hey, what am I smelling there? Peppermint schnapps?
Oh,
Get
yeah.
the whole series. Real Girls on Video going. Woo! Real Girls on Video going. Woo-hoo! And Real Girls on Video going.
Woo! Party!
And now, the ultimate follow-up. Real Girls on Video who got real drunk and woke up with real bad hangovers and God only knows what else.
That's me, dude.
And get the bonus tape. Real girls spewing real hurls on video. Order now and see just what really happens when you get drunk on your parents' money and sign a waiver.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Eyebrow dandruff. That's disgusting. Is that a thing?
I'm not proud of it.
Hi, 9:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Scared me to death.
Christy Lee has the not so scary forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy early, then afternoon thunderstorms roll in with some wind. High 90. We'll have those showers and thunderstorms overnight.
Oh, we have
Low
audio.
73, and then again tomorrow. High 88, 77 now.
I'm sorry, Josh. I didn't hear. What were you doing?
No, we have audio of the wind.
Oh, what does it sound like? Try it again.
It's not me.
Good job.
I don't know why I
Shoot Josh. Tom, shoot
It's a
Josh.
flesh wound, you big pussy. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we back? Oh, sorry. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I just trying out my rifle. Josh Arnold's bleeding slightly over there in the. Well, it's orange and red insoles. OrangeInsoles.com sidekick chair, Chick McGee, of course. You can see him right there. The CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom speaking from my chair. This is the home of the track phone hotline and the home of Ace Cosby's Joke of the Day, brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. Your dad, all those dads out there, Father's Day, they want steaks, okay? Trust me.
I think that Bruce Lee documentary that Bert Kreischer was talking about is available to stream on ESPN.
It's a 30 for 30.
I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure the first part's available. I don't know if the second part or what's going on. But coming up this Sunday, though, it's the home run chase documentary on ESPN between McGuire and Sosa.
Cool.
What do you think?
Man, that was something.
That'll be something. Just see Sammy Sosa.
What's it called? Shoot 'em up?
What?
Syringe logo.
They were both,
is that right?
Certainly.
Well, I think my friend Ralph Harris said it best. Do you remember what Ralph said about the
I
steroid
want to use
era?
all the steroids they want to, man, because I want to see him hit a ball back to my house.
God, I love that joke. Thank you, Ralph. Where was I? Oh, I know. Hey, Pat, you got the guitar?
It's right here.
Okay, speaking of documentaries.
Yep.
There's another new one out about the so-called Laurel Canyon music scene back in the late 60s, early 70s that brought us a bunch of great artists like Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, The Doors, Jackson Browne, and Joni Mitchell, The Byrds, Buffalo Springfield. But I guess Joni Mitchell, one of the pivotal characters there, and one of my favorite artists, an absolute genius. I mean, you can name 5 or 6 albums that are all pure genius.
Maybe I should listen to her. I've never listened to a Joni Mitchell album in my life.
The album Blue, B-L-U-E. Oh, you'd love Joni Mitchell.
I looked it up and I didn't recognize any of the songs on that album.
Got it.
Her most famous song is what? Big Yellow Taxi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paved Paradise, Put Up a Parking Lot.
Now, are you going to do the whole song?
No, I'm just waiting for the silence to begin when you start talking.
Now here's Pat.
There's a documentary about Laurel Canyon that just came out, and I know Pat's written a song about the ladies of the canyon.
Okay.
Writing songs and smoking hash while bawling Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I hooked up with James Taylor, too, and wrote about it every day. Jackson Browne had a giant dong, and he never really did me wrong. But I needed another breakup song. I'm surprised he didn't sue. These days, Taylor Swift's the best. If John Mayer dumped me, I'd get it off my chest. Adele Alanis said more. That's a hard one. Adele Alanis Morissette too. We spill the dirt that way. I cashed in love from my side now. You crash and burn, break up somehow, and trash the ex after the fall, and tell the whole wide world is small.
His is small.
I bleeped myself.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on there.
So was she really a rounder? Did she get around?
Round heels?
Apparently she slept with
Leonard Cohen, yeah.
Wow, I can't hear that song without thinking of Love Actually. It makes me cry every time. Maybe that's why I hate Joni Mitchell.
Well, that was a big hit for
Judy Collins.
Judy Collins, yeah. Not your favorite chick? What's your favorite Joni Mitchell album?
Music that only dogs can hear, I think is
okay.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Okay, well, time now to review some of the things we learned on
Oh,
today's show.
no history today.
Time now for Things We Learned. Today's history brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get her done.
Well, we could actually do something kind of in reverse.
What's that?
Things we didn't learn on today's show.
God.
Oh.
We didn't learn it was Les Paul's birthday, the great guitarist and guitar designer.
Sure.
Jackie Mason's birthday, 93.
Jackie Mason.
Jackie Mason's still alive?
That's what I said, chick.
Holy hell.
Dick Vitale.
Yeah.
Turning 80 today. Dickie V. We'll have to start the show tomorrow with the Dick Vitale alarm clock.
I'll be late.
Michael J. Fox's birthday is today.
Happy birthday, Johnny Depp. There's a lot of good ones.
I know.
Jeff Saturday, good friend of the show.
Born on a Saturday.
Born in 1975. Is that why he was named Saturday?
I don't know. It was his last name, you nut.
Floyd Thursby. You know where Floyd Thursby? Remember him? Anybody?
I don't remember.
No,
him.
who's that?
Maltese Falcon, right?
Got me.
Sorry.
Did you hear how he said Falcon? Falcon. Maltese Falcon.
Sorry.
What a snot you are.
The benefits of a classical education.
A benefit.
Okay. We also learned today that some guy wrote a book and got mad at a chef allegedly for putting yellow dye in the pasta.
You don't do that.
It's called food coloring. That's what it's for. But then he found out that it wasn't really food coloring. So
turmeric or turmeric or whatever it is.
He calmed down. All right. Father's Day is coming up a week from Sunday, so don't forget to get those Omaha steaks. Let's see. I can't read that one. Josh spoke, made some unfortunate story involving an adventure in a swimming pool.
Yeah, it's quite something.
He completed, yeah.
We learned that corn on the cob can be done in a microwave. It takes 4 minutes, and it sounds like it's not really good for a big party. So if you're sad and alone...
Now, everybody, write this down. Now, next week, he's going to come in and go, did you see the way they make corn in the microwave?
So easy,
you
man.
wait and see.
But it takes 4 minutes per ear, right?
Well, 4 minutes for 2 ears, maybe 2 or 3 for one. I don't know. You try it at home and see.
No, I'm not going to try it. It sounds stupid.
Oh, my God. Too
I'm
easy.
an American. I put my corn in the water or on the barbecue grill. Thank you very much. If you're sad and alone, you do it in a microwave. And you sit there staring at it. 358, 357. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. BobandTom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.